Hello, wrestling fans, and welcome to Wrestling Gab. It is Monday, and that means it's time for Monday Night Raw and some football. Bill Belichick and the Patriots are taking on whoever plays for the Chicago Bears. I was going to say Brian Urlacher, but I'm pretty sure he's not there anymore, so I'm a little dated on the Chicago Bears. I have a buddy, loves the Bears, no idea any of the players on their team right now. I couldn't even name me their quarterback. Unless they have a quarterback named Fields. I think they drafted a guy named Fields a while back. And that could be their quarterback. But, anyways. It's Judgment Day time on Monday Night Raw. And thanks for joining us, guys. We do appreciate ya. It looks like we have a Walter in here. And that's it. One-on-one with AJ Styles. Are you talking to the cat? Because I'm talking to nobody. You're going to need to be a little bit nicer to him. I don't know. It started. I'm live. Nobody's in here, so it's just...
Nobody's in there? Nice.
I'm assuming I'm live. I might not be live, I guess. I don't know. It looks like I'm live, but I can't tell. But I think I am. Trying to... Why are you flipping people?
And made it.
Good thing.
Walter's going to be here later.
Yeah, see? And nobody else that I've seen is in here.
Nice. Losers. Losers.
Every time I go to do this, that pops up. It's annoying.
Always in the annoyingness.
Well, I don't want to have to edit every single picture.
Dimwits.
I mean, obviously, that's what's causing the nobody be in here.
Rhea Ripley's yakking. Ah, it's Sophie.
Sophie up in here.
Sophie's giving us more information about Kevin Nash's son, who died unexpectedly last week. He was 26. Funny how we wanted that information last week.
Well, maybe she had to get some news from her sources.
I'm at 44%. I really don't need to charge that, but whatever.
I do.
Robert Warney in the chat. Hey, Robert.
Hey, Rob.
How's it going tonight? How's your Monday going? Sophie says they scheduled the Elimination Chamber for February 18th in Canada. Robert
Awesome.
says wrestling time. Wrestling. Monday Night Football, if you're a big fan.
So Elimination Chamber is still happening. So they're still going to do that.
Yeah.
So they're still going to do a branded pay-per-view, which they said they were going to get away from.
In Canada. Canada.
And then it's going to be, that one's not all of a sudden in Saudi Arabia. So when is the Saudi Arabia show? Because they always do one in February.
Well, I don't know. Maybe they're changing it to another month.
Great. So now they're going to do it in March.
Maybe. I have no idea what's happening.
I like having that month off before WrestleMania.
That'd be great, but they're going to be assholes about it. Just kidding. I have no idea. We're watching Monday Night Football on the other side. I don't know what's happening there, but the Judgment Day's out there. Damian Priest is yakking at the audience, telling everybody how stupid they are. Robert says, it's going great. Thanks for asking. I just been working. Yeah, me too, Robert. I was working today as well, and now I'm working again. Only this time I'm working at home.
Are you?
For the next 3 hours.
Oh, this isn't work.
It is like work. Sophie says, yeah, it's still happening. They confirmed it. I don't know what that means for Saudi Arabia. They might do it after Mania. There's all your answers that you ever wanted.
That would be cool. But it would be weird. But it's better than Payback or what? No. WrestleMania Backlash.
Oh, God, that's
Are they going to do the
stupid.
greatest WrestleMania Backlash?
Yes.
They like to do that in Saudi Arabia.
Do they?
The greatest whatever.
The greatest
The greatest
ever.
Royal Rumble they did one year.
The greatest Royal Rumble.
Oh my gosh, nobody cares about you, Dom.
Why is he still talking?
Well, his dad and his mom probably do.
You what? You're what? Ew. This guy. Does anybody like him?
I
Does he
think he
does
has.
He have fans? I'm
He does
curious,
have
you guys
some
out there
fans.
in the wrestling world. I'm curious to know if Dominic Mysterio has fans. Does he have fans now? Like. So he's trying to say he's like Eddie? Oh,
No.
dude.
He's better than Eddie. Eddie is his day of Dominic Mysterio.
Yeah, he should be shanked in the parking lot.
He could be.
So it was like, I wouldn't be surprised if they reveal their 2023 pay-per-view schedule like before the year is over. Yeah, before the year is over.
I love when they do that. Hey, what day is that? What day would she say? Was it the 19th or 18th?
February 18th in Canada. Ew.
I want to know if that's a Saturday or
Fuzzy on my
Sunday.
cinnamon roll.
Okay, where are we at?
We're in
Calendar.
Idaho.
Calendar.
In her house.
There's AJ Styles. Sorry, I'm just trying to look at the date here.
Maybe I'm having a cinnamon roll.
And it was the 18th?
Yeah, 18th of
That's
February.
a Saturday. Damn it.
Top.
Could definitely be a UFC day.
Bastards. Why? What's the weekend before Super Bowl? Or is that the weekend before that?
The weekend before that is the Super Bowl, but it wouldn't matter because it's on a Sunday.
I feel like it matters.
So, yeah, UFC is going to be on the 21st of January, so it'd be very easy for them to do it that weekend in February, the 18th, because that's the third weekend.
Vindicator! Hey, buddy. How's it going? You have a good weekend? You do something fun? Then says, delete that! I'm here just in time to see you enjoying Dominic giving off those mean girl vibes with his ego trip. Is that what he was doing? I literally thought he had bent over and started talking out of his butthole. Oh, wait. That was his face.
What are the name of this group? Like OC or
Judgment
something?
Day?
Aren't they the OC?
Oh, AJ Styles group.
AJ and the Riff Raft?
Something.
It's like Bailey and the Riff Raft. They're wrestling tonight, by the way. Finn Balor and Anderson.
The guy who's talking.
Yeah, that's Anderson. Gallows is the big guy.
He referred to himself in the third
Carl
person.
Anderson is barely a D-plus player. On his best day, he just happens to be in a tag team.
So, so he referred to himself in third person,
Yeah.
which is weird.
So that's happening right now.
I guess they're just gonna start it now. Here's their fight. They were gonna have it later, but they're gonna do it now.
Anderson.
So if you've ever wanted to see Carl Anderson go up
versus-
against Finn Balor, it's happening right now. If it hasn't happened in WWE before.
I don't think it's... Well, I mean, I guess it could have because they were here as a tag team, but the match should already be over. Finn's that much better than this dude. Finn's a singles stud. Gallows is a mid-card at best tag team wrestler. Like 5 people in the audience cheering for him. Did you see that?
They're like,
all 5
"Who is
arms go
this
up.
guy?"
They're
I
like,
don't
why
know.
are they trying to push a tag team partner as a singles wrestler all of a sudden?
Because Gallows probably needs to retire because of his knees.
Well, then then the
getting
other guy
out
should
no
just
idea.
go away.
So it says, thank God they canceled day one because they didn't think it through because what happens if January 1st falls on a weekday? So if he says the Royal Rumble and Elimination Chamber are 3 weeks apart or close to it. Vindicator also says, had a nice weekend, enjoyed some sunshine and red velvet cake ahead of the pending seasonal change into colder weather. Nice. Red velvet cake, huh? Was there a celebration involved with that red velvet cake, or you just were like, we need to have some fucking red velvet cake, bitches. That's what we're doing.
Was it a gangster party? Ain't nothing but a gangster party.
Whatever. Sophie says Carl Anderson was double booked for November 5th, and Vindicator says, ouch, Travis, now I've learned not to send you any Carl Anderson memorabilia for Christmas.
I don't understand why he's wrestling a singles match is all.
They had to do something, I suppose. Sophie says it'll be interesting how they are going to book the Elimination Chamber this time.
Yeah, I thought they were getting rid of the gimmicky pay-per-views and they were just going to have those matches at a pay-per-view. That's kind of how they made it sound like what they were going to do. So an Elimination Chamber match at WrestleMania or at, Judgment Day or whatever. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Instead of or like the Money in the Bank match at Starrcade. Whatever pay-per-view they want to throw it at.
Right.
TLC match at.
Right. Yeah, maybe that's not going to happen until 24. Maybe 23. They're trying to kind of dwindle down some to maybe see how things go and then go from there. I don't know. Anyways, we have Mike in the chat.
Hey,
Mike.
Mike.
Says, how dare you question the overness of the mocking gun? I don't even know what that means.
The Dirty Mike and the boys. Thanks for joining us, Mike.
Sophie says Triple H in an interview said there will be more surprises coming. Ooh, garbage. Yay.
More riffraff.
Also says, I think the WWE is still working out their 23 pay-per-view schedule. Ravi's in the chat, though. Hey, Ravi. Are you awake this morning? Good deal, buddy. Says, hello. How's it going? Are you okay? No, I'm not okay. I'm not okay. Not at all. Not in the slightest.
Why wouldn't you be okay?
Cause I'm eating a cinnamon roll.
That's why you wouldn't be okay.
Drowning my sorrows in sugar. Hey, it's Piccola!
Piccola. Finn Balor.
How was your weekend, bud? How was your time with your buddies that came down to hang out with you this last week? Says Gabby Goldminers. How you doing? How you
doing? Fantastic.
How you doing? Yeah. What? Great. So he says, so the World Series will feature teams not that many people care about. Once again, for what? The third or fourth time in a row. Actually, Sophie, I'm sorry to inform you about this, but there are a lot of Astros fans. A lot.
A lot of Phillies fans.
A lot. People care about those teams. A lot.
I have a lot of legends on their former teams, the Phillies.
Vindicator says, yeah, Red
Mike
Velvet
Schmidt.
Cake and Street Profits solo cups. We woke the neighbors with loud music and firecrackers that sounded like shotgun rounds. LOL. No, but seriously, I was just in the mood for Red Velvet. I totally get that. Totally understand that. You're like, you know what dessert I really want? I want this. And then you make it. And you're like,
Red
okay,
velvet, if you please.
But it sounds way more fun if you would have just went with the party of Red Velvet Cake and solo cups and loud music, firecrackers, annoying the neighbors. Way more fun.
Feel bad for these guys. It's probably cold where they're at.
It looks
playing
foggy.
Football.
Or is that smoke?
In New England, I'm sure it's fog.
She's like, I've got so much alcohol in me. I'm so warm. I have
They
no
have
sleeves.
they have light towers on that coast for a reason.
Yes.
West Coast doesn't have light
They have
towers.
lighthouses because they have fog.
Mm-hmm.
Because I had an amazing beach trip and everything was pretty relaxing. Good deal, my friend.
yeah.
Good deal.
Wish I
So
could go to the
glad
beach.
that you got away. Had some relaxing time away from the home, away from all the social media, away from computers for a while. Had some fun with friends. Always a good thing. Pet the grass or the beach, whatever.
Pet the sand.
Sophie says this will be Luke Gallows' third or fourth time being with the WWE over his career. Piccolo says, I'm afraid to go on the scale. You're fine. Vindicator says, speaking of Red Velvet, is the wrestler still with AEW?
You know, I think she got hurt.
Yeah, we haven't seen her for a little while.
But, you know, she was there with Jade Cargill, and then she just stopped. But I think it was because of an injury. But I hope she's still there. But if she's not, good for her. I mean, I'd like to see her in WWE. I liked her. I always liked her. Better than that Hogan girl that she's with.
Yeah.
Sorry. Is that a notification?
What? Where?
I don't know,
what?
I just heard a ding.
I did not hear a ding. But Piccolo says that Pensacola has a haunted lighthouse. Ooh! Do they sell tickets for it for Halloween for you to go and do like a tour and they tell you why it's haunted?
That's cool.
If they did, that would be awesome. Sophie says the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view in Canada would be the first time that Canada hosted a pay-per-view since 18 or 19. Wow, so long ago. It was like 500 years ago.
I love the Canadian fans, though. I've got to give them that. They chant, they cheer, they're loud.
They're stupid in other ways, but in that sense, they're very fun.
Sports in other countries are funner to watch than in America.
Yeah, because they actually give a shit about sports in other countries. In America,
can you imagine if you went to a football game and the whole time they chanted? I mean, literally chanted the whole game, like a real football game, not soccer.
It'd be pretty awesome, actually.
Yeah, it would just be electrifying. It'd be fun, but people are like, no, I paid money. I want to sit here and just watch and cheer when my team does something. That's it. And throw rocks at the other team.
Pickles are right. She's a waste of space and hair dye. Are we talking about
Red
Kira
Velvet?
Hogan?
Or, maybe.
Who are we talking about with that comment, Piccolo? Just out of curiosity.
Probably Kira.
Sophie says it'll be interesting when they book the Saudi Arabia pay-per-views for next year, like what months? Vindicator says, so funny that Travis loves the Hogan from the 80s, but despises the Hogan of the 21st century.
I don't hate her. I don't despise her. She's just not good.
She's poopy.
She's kind of like Athena. Just
In the words of Piccolo, she's a waste of space and hair dye. And he is talking about Kira Hogan.
in the sport.
So correct.
In the sport. Not as a human. I'm sure she has worth to somebody in her family.
I'm sure
Humans
she's very
have inherent
nice
humans have inherent worth.
to somebody out there.
Just period.
Do
When
they
you're
though?
born, you have inherent worth.
Do you?
Mm-hmm.
No.
Yeah. When a baby's born, they're not worthless because they can't work. They have worth.
Pico says, I don't know, maybe there's a bunch of areas that have some interesting ghost stories because this is a very old town. Correct. Very old indeed. It would be pretty cool if they did do tours like that, like haunted tours during this time of the year, because it would be worth it, right? To go to an old haunted lighthouse and hear like why it's considered to be haunted. I think that'd be pretty cool, actually. Sophie says in the United Kingdom are getting a pay-per-view every year. Then they want to do it because of the time difference. Piccolo says, I believe it was founded around the same time as St. Augustine. Oh, 1559 Pensacola was founded. Yeah, like a long time ago. But who was it founded by? Was it founded by the French? Or was it founded by the
What year?
Spaniards? The Spaniards.
What year?
1559.
Probably the English.
Do you think the English were it? Oh, by Don Tristan de Luna.
That would be Spanish.
That's a Spaniard. Janelle is in the chat though.
Hey,
Janelle says hi. Hi, Janelle. How you doing? He says, was it just me? I thought Mandy Rose was going to lose the title to take some time off because of the passing of her brother. I didn't expect her to keep it.
No, she won, didn't she?
I expected her to keep it because she needs to have that.
She will be champion over a year in 2 days.
Good for her.
So what's tomorrow? So unless she loses it tomorrow night. But I don't even know if
there's
she
a
has a match.
possibility.
Well, she might not have a match.
Janelle says, who's not that good? Kira Hogan.
Old Kira Hogan over in AEW.
Sophie
She's
says,
with Jade Cargill.
yeah. Sophie says, what times do kids trick or treat for Halloween? All the time?
Depending on their age, but they can start like as early as 3 o'clock and then probably go to 9. I think 9 is a good cutoff.
They start on Saturday and just do it for like 4 days straight.
Yeah.
Ernest Bell in the chat. Hey, Ernest says hello. Hello.
Hey, Ernest.
Piccolo says, so if you compare her to Rebel, a.k.a. Reba, she hasn't done as much, but she's a way better wrestler.
Okay. Well, I'm not comparing anybody to Rebel as a wrestler. I've never seen her wrestle. So.
Yeah, we have a little bit, but yeah, we've seen her wrestle.
Right. But as a manager type valet, she's fantastic.
Yeah, just as long as she don't talk. And do
She doesn't do anything. She just is there. I honestly have no idea how she collects paychecks. But good for her.
Vindicator says, well, my inherent worth is to keep tabs on Sir Leopold. So how is the curious young furry fella doing these days?
He's great.
Being an asshole.
He attacked her yesterday.
Hey, buddy.
Here he is. He heard
Did
his name.
Vindicator talk to you? Come on.
He heard
Did
his name.
Vindicator say hi and you're like, oh my gosh, I have to come say hello?
Oh, he's in cuddle mode. Is he purring?
No.
All right, Finn Balor up on the shoulders of Anderson. Anderson drops him down. That might just do it. 1, 2. Nope. Of course not. Finn Balor's just too good.
Janelle says, what made you guys want to do the cool setup?
Yeah,
We've
just
been
changed
working
it.
on it throughout the years.
Yeah, there's more to come, like just little tweaks. Like
You
put blinds.
can't
There's
have
window back here. I'll put
cinnamon
blinds in it and take these curtains down, and then put up some pictures or something. Hang up my Braun Strowman autograph.
Yeah.
It's over there. It's right there.
Sophie says the hard part, if you are a kid doing trick-or-treating when Halloween is on a weeknight, you don't have that much time to trick-or-treat. Piccolo says, was Kira also a graduate of the Booker T school?
You know what?
Wow.
I don't know, but I bet she was.
Piccolo also says, and a Rebel when she worked in TNA. Oh, okay, cool. I didn't know she was in another place. Sophie says, in Florida, whatever time kids get off school, that's when they start trick-or-treating. Oh, okay. Volterra is in the chat. Hey, Volterra. Says, did anyone see that Lana is on a new reality show at 9 on VHS?
On what? VHS? Is that what you said?
Mm-hmm. They said VHS.
Like VH1 maybe?
Maybe.
Huh.
But there's an S, so I just...
Well,
read
that's
what it
cool. I like
said.
VHS.
So is it VH1? If it is, that's pretty interesting.
What kind of it? Is it like Housewives of Tennessee or wherever they're from? I kind of want to know all about
Don't
this.
you dare try to jump up and get any kind of bug that's flying around.
Mm-hmm.
Piccolo says, this feels like a New Japan pro wrestling match from 14. I was wondering if they had wrestled before. Have
Yes.
Finn and them wrestled before somewhere else?
Yeah, they were in the Bullet Club together.
Oh, okay. That makes a lot of dumb sense. Sophie's like, wrestling Gab on the roof. That will be fun. We're on the roof. When did that happen?
I don't know. We could do that one of these times, though. If I can
I
get
don't
her
want to
up
be on
there.
the roof.
Yeah, I figured as much.
It's kind of steep.
Not that one. Just do it above the patio. It's pretty flat.
Yeah, but I might fall through it.
Can't fall through it.
So it was like, I remember when I went to school, the teachers always gave us homework before every holiday, including Halloween. Volterra says I made VH1. Ah, okay, we figured he did, but we weren't sure. A bunch of celebrities live in a house, I guess. Oh.
Oh, wow. That's a weird
so
thing for
they're
her.
doing, whatchamacallit?
The real world. Real world.
Real world, or what was that called?
Real world.
Was it Real World Celebrities?
Yeah, they had one like that.
Yeah, because What's-Her-Face was in it, and then the little weirdo little dude.
Flavor
And Flavor Flav, he was in it too. I remember that.
I can't remember what. I don't remember if that was called the Real World, but
I
it
don't
probably was. But yeah, Bridget Nielsen is who you're thinking
Yeah,
of.
Bryce Pitts is in the chat. Hey,
Hey,
Bryce.
Bryce.
Says, hello, everyone. It is I, myself. It would be you, Bryce Pitts. Sophie says that new series that Lana is on is a reboot of The Surreal Life. Ernest Bell is in the chat. Hey, Ernest says, is wrestling recorded because 2 seconds earlier than Idaho is off to the races still?
That's funny.
I have no idea.
I doubt it. No, it says live in the corner. And I don't think they can say live if it's recorded. Now, they can put it on like a 10-second delay.
Yeah.
And they do that for swear words.
For swearing. Because people swear. And they
Oh,
like to
Damien.
swear. Damien's just tired of
Beating
AJ
the
and his
shit out of
weirdness.
AJ.
Weirdness and
AJ's
AJ.
running into commentators.
Janelle says as long as Nikita and Zoe Starks become the new tag team champions tomorrow night, I won't have no problem because I kind of like them too as a tag team.
Yeah, that's a great little tag team, huh? I would like to see Nikita as the champion myself, but it makes no sense right now. It's too early, I think, but I think Nikita needs to be fast-tracked to the main roster. You know, the other one I like is Lash Legend.
Oh, yeah?
I think they could put the title on her.
The one that looks like Jade Cargill a little bit.
Well,
Her.
she's taller
That's her,
than
right?
Jade, yeah. A little bit, probably a little bit more athletic. She played in the WNBA. 17 time on that one. But Finn Balor did get the dub.
He pinned him thanks to some Rhea being a distraction.
Rhea's a very good distraction.
Sometimes. Ouch. Oh my god, she picked him up. Did you see that? Holy crap, I didn't see her do that.
Yeah, she's a beast.
People's like, y'all remember when they did that show back in 2005? Yeah.
Remember?
You remember. Film is in the chat though. Hey, Film.
Film.
He says, hi to Misty and Travis. How are my awesome, lovable people doing? Big hugs, big heart. Fantastic, my friend. How are you doing? Did you have an awesome weekend? You being happy? Taking care of yourself? Giving yourself positive affirmations? Ernest Bell says, Nia Jax is next to come back. No. Sophie says this Raw only has 2 matches booked. Pickle says,
I seen that in my email.
I really don't. For real. No, I don't.
She
really
got
either, people.
huge.
For
like
real.
she didn't get like a little overweight. She got ginormous while she was out.
Supposedly she was working with somebody too, which is even weirder. Joel Oliveira is in the chat.
Hey, Joel.
Says Tenho Belmont ve perderlo.
Yeah.
That.
Well, thanks.
English, please. Sophie says, Nia, who I totally forgot about her. Who wouldn't? Film says, and of course, Rhea is wearing a shirt. She has to, my friend. She can't just be out there without shirts on. Piccolo says,
Free the nipple.
Free the nipple. Let the boobies fly free. Oh, wait. Piccolo says, did I just see Gallows get punked? Dang. Sophie says, remember the old days whenever they go to the United Kingdom, the TV, they tape it like hours before it hits TV?
Yeah, and then there was nothing but spoilers. They're not doing that anymore.
Vindicator says Rhea desperately wants to wrestle the men. Weird. How they just dropped the story of her going after Bianca for her belt.
They will do that for the Monday Night Raw or SmackDown, though. They will record it and put it on.
Yeah.
But you're going to find out what happens. But for a pay-per-view, they're just going to play it.
Yep. Janelle says, I can't believe I'm saying this. I'm excited for Charlotte to come back, and that's coming from somebody who's not the biggest Charlotte person.
Yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to Charlotte.
Just need some depth in the women's divisions, my friend.
Some top-end depth.
Top-end depth, yes. We have a lot of riff-raff garbage depth at the bottom. Oh, we've got Spaghetti Weirdo talking with The Miz, who was awesome with his ginormous balls in the back.
Johnny Spaghetti.
I think that's the wrong door.
No, he's coming out.
That's the right door.
Yeah, this has.
Still.
What's
He's
that
been waiting
called?
for 7 nights.
Asterix?
Corey Graves said he's been waiting
asterisks.
for 7 nights for him to be out here. 7 nights. 7. So he says, I wonder if the WWE is going to have holidays off. Nope. Film says, well, gosh, Rhea really almost killed Luke Gallows. Yeah, she should have broke his back. Pickles takes a lot of cake. I mean, leg strength to pick up a dude. Ha ha.
Yeah. She got enough cake.
Control leg strength. Vindicator says, I have holidays off, Sophie, but yeah, I know. Nobody cares. And Film's like, yes, Ms. D. I went to AEW Rampage in my hometown. Good for you. Sophie says it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for Judgment Day heading into Mania season. Piccolo says wouldn't be surprised if she shows up on Surreal Life next season.
Who is it?
Rhea, maybe? I don't know. Who are we talking about there, Piccolo? Sophie says, are they setting up a Miz-Johnny Gargano feud? Volterra says, I hated when SmackDown was taped and people would write spoilers on YouTube. I know, right? You have to, like, stay away from all social media because people just can't help themselves. They're like, let's tell everybody about what's happened because we know. And it's like, how about you don't and just keep it to your fucking selves?
How about no?
How about no?
You crazy Dutch bastard.
Film says, no, you're close, Travis and Miss G. It's let your armpits be free. You guys know me well. I appreciate. No, we were talking about boobs.
Yeah, it's
Let the boobies free. Boobies!
Let there be good boobies.
Pickle is like with Charlotte Fair as a face right now.
No,
she'd have to be a mean bitch. She's got to come back as Charlotte. She has to be just Charlotte. Because if Charlotte comes back as anything else, she's doomed.
I want Charlotte to come back as Charlotte, meaning that she can wrestle both faces, and because she'll tell a bad guy that they're an ass, and she'll tell a good guy they're an ass.
Yeah.
It's just let her be Charlotte. Let her be like the Randy Orton type, where she's liquid in each match.
Yeah.
Whether she's the heel or the face, and just let her be free.
Piccolo was talking about Nia Jax. Aha! About being surprised if she shows up on Surreal Life. Wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't either. She needs a paycheck, right? Mm-hmm. Film's booing Miz. I don't know why. Vindicator's like Spawn brings even less value than Ronda. No, my friends.
What?
No. Nope. Vindicator, no. Nope.
Ronda brings eyes from outside the sport to watch, like, hey, what's going on with Ronda? But I think they ruined that newness of her, and now she's just a wrestler.
Yeah, she's just blah.
Like, so I don't think she's got those fans that she had when she first started.
So it feels like SmackDown was taped for a long time, like that. Like, what, 10 years before they went to the live format?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Piccolo also says, whoop, we have been rotating Charlotte, Rhea, Nia, and Lana. Yeah, so there's a lot of ladies' names being thrown around. So he's like, but when SmackDown was taped, they edit some stuff that somehow didn't make it on TV. Usually when people edit things, that's pretty much why they edit them.
Yeah. What I would like to see them do is, like, obviously I don't want to ever see it again because I don't want the pandemic things to ever happen again. But when they did that, what they should have done is, when they did the recordings, is had multiple endings.
Yeah.
So they would have the match, and then they would have, you know, Randy Orton pin Drew McIntyre, and then have Drew McIntyre pin Randy.
Okay.
And then edit it.
Oh.
And so even the wrestlers wouldn't know who won.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, so just basically have each wrestler have like a different ending. So just because there's no fans there, there's nothing happening in the stadium. So just let them do it twice. And that's what they should do in the shows that they put on TV too, if they're going to record them, right? So have the match, and then only important matches, not all of them, but like the main events or whatever, have the other guy win, and then they do like a big celebration, and then have a referee come out and say his shoulder was up or something, and then they have to restart it. So the fans there are like, holy shit, they restarted it, and then just have the other wrestler win. And then in editing, they can just put one of those two endings, and you wouldn't even know on the recordings, just for the main event. You wouldn't want to do it every match because it'd get old, but
well, that's okay. I
the
mean,
millions of people at home wouldn't know
really what was happening. I mean, and those people, if they did spoilers, you wouldn't know which one was going to happen.
Right.
I mean, you could say, oh, one of these two things might happen, but...
Right, yeah. Well, either Drew's going to win or Randy's going to win.
No, really? Okay. That's what's going to happen? Yeah. That's funny. Anyways, Film says, I love boobs, too. Don't get me wrong, but I'm putting someone number one. Boobies! So he's like Ric Flair saying on his podcast when Bianca versus Charlotte happens at Mania that it will be better than Austin versus Rock. Volterra says someone made a WWE review video with someone winning the title as a thumbnail. Everyone
That's
complained.
Dale Earnhardt Jr.? I didn't even realize that when they were showing him up there.
Oh, wow, that is him. That's crazy. I didn't notice that was him either.
He looked like some nerd. And Miz was making fun of him, but I was like, oh, he's just making fun of some guy in the audience.
Everyone complained, and he just said, stay offline until you see the show. Yeah, stay offline for a week. Vindicator said, Richard is a crazy old cute Sophie. Piccolo says, oh my God, did anyone mention the news about Kevin Nash's son who passed away? He was only 24. Okay, so now I have to ask questions because Sophie mentioned it earlier that he was 26 and he suddenly passed away. So my question, Piccolo, is, was he 24 or 26? My next question is, what did he unexpectedly die doing? Was he just at home and he unexpectedly died or something else?
How did he die?
Just out of curiosity. I know he unexpectedly died, but, like, what were the circumstances around it, I guess. Sophie says, and when SmackDown was taped, they didn't tell you how long the matches were. Piccolo says, I started listening to the podcast Big Sexy and wept. Couldn't go past the 10-minute mark. Aw. Was that about Kevin Nash's son? Volterra says, the same guy who a few years later complained when someone had a thumbnail spoiler Infinity Wars. That's pretty funny when the pot calling the kettle black, right? Robbie is back in the chat saying, what are you saying, T. Travis? Enjoying condom, starting the show? No. But you did, according to you leaving the chat afterwards while it was happening. And we don't want to talk about what you were probably doing while you were listening to it. Vindicator's like, message retracted. Pico's like, NASCAR legends. Film's like, Hart Jr. made an appearance on Raw. Yes, he did.
I didn't know who the other guy was. I've never heard of him before. It was like Louis or Luis or Louis.
Did he have a last name?
That was his last name.
Oh, I have no idea then. Pico's like, oh, hell yeah, hail Dale. And Sophie says, I did Piccolo. I thought he was 26. And Robbie's like, do you love spoilers? Piccolo's like, so young. Yeah, what the fuck happened?
Have we found out how he died?
Vindicator says, Southern Boy AJ Styles in NASCAR just makes sense. It'd be cool if he became a racer after wrestling. Yeah, he's too old. Robbie says, D with a gun and a headband like The Miz. Yeah. Sophie's like, they didn't say how Kevin Nash's son died. Piccolo says, well, the story from Big Kev was he had a seizure. Oh, he went to check on him first thing and called EMTs, and he died on the way to the hospital. Oh.
That's what happened to a few people this last few years.
That's so sad.
The Disney star?
Well, he had epilepsy. So he was actually diagnosed with epilepsy and stuff.
And the Juice WRLD had a drug overdose.
And his was drug-induced. So I wonder if it was something else or... Oh, he thinks it might have been alcohol related. Okay.
Yeah, maybe he tried to stop drinking because that'll do it. That'll cause a seizure.
He just said, just a second, I'll read it. Sophia says, oh, that is very sad. Piccolo says they drink like fish. And Kev was explaining they stopped drinking cold turkey last week. That can kill you.
It will kill you.
I don't know.
There's two
he
drugs.
Had mentioned due to stopping drinking. Yeah, it can. If you stop
I had
cold
a friend.
Alcohol, it can have adverse effects.
I had a friend that was
so
an alcoholic, and he got arrested. And they put him in the lockdown tank or whatever, the drunk tank, and he died.
Mm-hmm. He detoxed too fast.
Mm-hmm. He had a seizure, and then his dad was the coroner.
That was your friend?
Yeah. That's Kim
Did
Quick,
they win
and
that?
that's Lance
Did they
Quick.
win that?
You know, I haven't talked to Jason. Jason Quick's my buddy, too.
Right.
It's his cousin. But I haven't talked to him.
I wonder if they won that lawsuit.
But
they
yeah,
were fucking suing the
but
fuck out
Kim
of the
couldn't,
state and the county.
Yeah, but he couldn't work as the county, for the county while he was in a lawsuit with them.
Yeah, he basically resigned.
Yeah.
He resigned his position and then sued their asses. I hope he won.
Yeah, you can't do that.
I mean,
Hey, by the way, it's R-Truth. We haven't seen R-Truth for a minute.
Bobby, I like to party. Trey Schwill is in the
It's
chat
a grand
saying,
slam. It's a home
win.
run.
Piccolo.
Yeah, Cowboys did good yesterday. They got their quarterback back.
Piccolo's like, well, look who's here. Yeah, it's R-Truth. So he's like, R-Truth, really? Sophie says that AEW sound guy died last week, too. Jesus. Sophie says, poor Nash. First he lost his best friend with Scott Hall. Now he lost his son. Piccolo's like, my sentiments. Right? Sophie says, wasn't Kevin Nash's son going to be a wrestler? Probably might have been. Probably.
I don't know if he was as big as his dad.
Doing stuff like that. I don't know. Vindicator says, so happy that Truth and others are not running around for that stupid I-95 useless title belt anymore. That was his baby.
Don't speak too fast. He might get it back. He wanted to tell the truth. That's why Truth's out there. He thought he was going to tell him.
Oh, what? I have heard that Carolina's barbecue is the best comfort food out there. People's like,
be careful.
he's
You
pretty
might
tall.
get.
I know about him. He played guitar.
You might get Charlotte in your face for saying some shit like that.
What did he say?
The brain capacity of all the people in Charlotte, basically, they're all garbage.
That'll count macaroni and cheese.
Not to mention Ric Flair's from there. Alonzo Mourning. Why does this guy have a mic?
I guess everybody just likes to hear him lisp all over the place. Sophie's like, T-Bar moved back down to NXT. Interesting. Pico says, what's this business about?
Is he Djokovic back there?
Pico, it seems like the business is all about Mrs. Balls and how they're all jealous that he has massive ones. And so they're making fun of him for having small ones. When in all reality, Spaghetti has to compensate for everything he does in life because he's so short. So he probably has a PP as big as a pencil.
Depends on the size of the car he drives, I guess.
He probably drives a jacked up weird one. Vindicator's like, my motto, just say no to the Swan. Sophie's like, it's funny that NXT is bringing a lot of main roster talent that were part of an NXT at one point back into NXT. Michael's like, mac and cheese plus R-Truth equals big money. So it's like, it looks like they retired the 24/7 championship. Did they? Did they? We haven't seen it, so we wouldn't know.
Hey, that was, what's her name? Barmageddon. It's got, what's her name in it? Sasha.
That looks stupid. How is she a celebrity? A celebrity of what? Drugs?
What are you talking about? Why would there be drugs?
Because she... Because she won that, award for marijuana stuff. So basically, she's a smoker of drugs. She's a druggie. Drugs. The indicator says, so Miz and Truth better give us a 15-minute match to make up for all the time Ron lost on TV playing with that ugly green and gold toy. Ew, bug. A bug? People's like, I swear celebrities get stretched so thin making up cooking shows, competition shows, talk shows, just to get out of debt, I guess. I think it's because nobody wants them in their movies anymore, and so they have to do something with their lives. They have to make themselves relevant to keep themselves in the spotlight because that's how they feed off of stuff to make themselves feel better about who they really are. Because most of them probably have really bad self-esteem issues. And they're probably all assholes, really. That's how I look at it. So if it's like Crown Jewel card looks okay on paper.
It's got a shit ton of matches.
It may have a lot of matches, but that doesn't mean it's good stuff. Just lots of them. What you doing?
Watching how to.
Oh, fun. Ooh, The Patriots have no scores. The Bears have 10. The Bears. The Bears. Volterra says, don't know if it's true, but I heard that GCW is supposed to be part of tonight's Raw. You know what? We heard that rumor last week as well.
I have no idea
in
what
our
that
chat,
is.
but I don't know what it is.
So there's that.
Pickle says, you think that country boy who married Gwen is an a-hole? He seems like a dork. I don't know. What is his name? You like him, don't you?
No, he's a newer country singer.
He was a country singer in the early 90s.
If that was the case, he would be old.
He is old. He's like...
Okay, keep going.
She's like 50, and so is he.
Okay. That's fine. It just means he was born in the late 70s.
That's fine. That means that he was popular in the 90s.
No, he wasn't.
Yeah, he was.
Blake Shelton.
Is that who he is?
Mm-hmm. And he came in the game after I quit listening to music. It's in the 2000s.
Oh.
I mean, he might have had a song in 99 or something, but...
Well,
he's tall.
I just know it's probably garbage. Volterra says, I've never seen GCW either. I don't even know what it stands for. So.
Gangstas.
Pickle's like, he ain't Randy Travis old. Yeah. He ain't Willie Nelson old either. Poor Randy Travis.
Didn't he have like a seizure?
He had like a stroke or something. So he's kind of like wheelchair bound now. It's really sad. Oh yeah, he totally has something on the Miz. I think it's because he knows that weird guy that roams around trying to like...
The Wanderer? He roams from
stalks
town to town to
stalks
town.
people. He like infiltrates their homes, so he's a... What do you call those?
Felon.
A felon. Yeah, those. He's a felon.
Oh, R-Truth is wrestling right there. He's got his John Cena shorts on.
And,
Look, he's doing the John Cena.
Yeah.
He's literally doing the John
He's
Cena.
got to do John Cena.
Oh, here it comes.
His
Now here it
childhood
comes.
hero. His
Five
childhood
knuckle
hero.
shuffle. Five knuckle shuffle. Oh, Miz kicked him though.
You can't see me. Oh.
Oh,
sad.
big knee.
Poor guy. People's like my best friend and his family. We were playing cards, and I learned so many old country music playlists. LOL, right? Volterra says, I only know about Blake Shelton because of The Voice. I don't watch that, so.
I don't watch it.
People's like stuff I probably shouldn't be listening to.
Gwen Stefani, arguably the greatest one-hit wonder of all time.
I don't even remember what it was.
Don't speak.
Oh, that stupid song.
But that's it. Like that's her Dexter Lumos.
Yeah, that guy. That's who I was talking
but
about.
it's one of the
Spaghetti.
greatest one-hit wonders of all time. R-Truth just won. R-Truth just won.
Well, I guess that's the end of the Miz. He better just do his USA show and quit wrestling. Since Paul hates him so much. It was Johnny Spaghetti.
What's up?
I hate that guy.
Well, hopefully they get rid of him. I mean, the fans
I
aren't.
want somebody to get rid of him.
The fans
all right.
aren't coming around.
I want somebody to find his body in a dumpster somewhere.
I did see something on Twitter the other day that says, "Why do you think people don't like Hit Row?" Because the fans, there's no cheering for them at all.
Couldn't imagine why.
Like, because they're terrible.
Oh, great. Now we get to listen to this dumb bitch. Not
I don't
only
even
did
know
we
who
have
she
to see
is.
Johnny Spaghetti. Now we got to watch Johnny
Is that
Spaghetti's
Kelly
dumb
girl?
bitch.
I don't think I've seen her forever.
Oh, the girl
The
that's
brunette?
doing the interview?
Yeah, the one that matters.
Yeah. Because the one that's talking doesn't. Feels like The Miz is a great worker. He deserves a better feud. Yeah, he deserves to be treated a lot better than he's treated. I know everybody hates him.
He's gonna
But
wrestle
fuck.
at the pay-per-view.
People is like, Kathy Kelly is back.
Kathy Kelly, that was her name.
Where's she gone?
Yeah, I
got rid
haven't
of
seen
her.
her for like a year. Hey, it's Bailey in the Riff Raft.
Well, they want to get rid of the worst garbage heap in the world that just was in there. Not Kathy Kelly. I wasn't talking about her. People's like, she's pretty smoking. Seriously.
You're welcome. We do what we want.
Why are you putting a ghost on him? Ghost. I ain't afraid of no ghost. No. Oh, Leopold, are you all Halloweeny? You get your witch's hat.
Yet.
Barfaroni.
Bianca will be there in a second. Beat her up! The Japanese Riff Raft, you could hear her in the background.
Screaming.
Ah. Sound like Mr. Miyagi.
Hey, you be nice to Mr. Miyagi.
I love Mr. Miyagi.
Yeah, you should love Mr. Miyagi. Wax on, wax off, my friend. Oh, it's Robbie. He's back again.
And there's gonna be some trouble.
Robbie's like, Candice LeRae, LOL. LOL. Are you okay, buddy? You having a seizure?
Lol.
Blink twice if you're in trouble. That guy's in trouble. He got groin issues. He's like, my groin! My groin! Oh, he got spiked in the nutsack. Nice. I'm sorry.
Football player. Got hit in the twig in 2 bits.
Quarterback for the Patriots
Is that who that is?
slid he was running the ball out of the pocket and he slid like a baseball player and he had his foot up like this and the Bear defensive guy was running at him and he couldn't jump quite high enough and he got tapped right in the nutsack.
He probably has a better singing voice now.
He fell down. He's like, my balls. He's like walking all stupid on the field and he just laid down and they're like, oh no, are you hurt?
My twig and 2 berries.
Pickle's like, when I get motivated again,
My wedding tackle.
maybe I'll get a game together.
Do it.
Get your motivation on. Get your motivation on. Pickle, get your motivation on.
No.
No. Yeah, you should probably take it and wipe the fluid towards the thing that you're trying to save from the fluid. That's really smart.
That's the way I do it.
Dumb. Has anybody tried the new Pizza Hut melts? I did. I did not enjoy them.
You don't like much anything.
Pizza is just not my friend. I know what it is.
Is it the dough?
It's like their thin crust on those. So it's really crunchy and thin and stuff.
Is it the dough?
For those. Pizza, I don't know what it is about pizza.
Is it the cheese?
I'm not a fan of pizza. I like cheese.
Do you like pizza cheese?
I like cheese.
Do you like the red sauce
I like
on pizza?
melty cheese. I don't know what it is about pizza. It's just not.
It's because the bread's too thick.
Even when I get thin crust, it doesn't matter. I try to like pizza. So I keep trying it because I'm like, it's got to be good. Everybody says how great pizza is. And I have it. I'm like, no. This is gross. Why am I eating this?
You ever dipped it in like Thousand Island or even ranch?
I've dipped it in ranch
That's not too bad.
quite often.
Hey, it's Ezekiel's brother, Elias, backstage.
Hey, that guy.
Matt Riddle.
Matt Riddle with Elias. People's like, ha 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 ha. I called on the aunties playing rummy the other night. The quicker picker upper. She was older and laughed at my dad jokes. Nice. Film's like, yes, it's Elias. Let's go. Pico's like, is the southern thing to dip everything in ranch? I don't know. Is it, Pico, like, you're way more southern than we are.
I don't know. Sometimes I think Idaho.
At in the United States.
Sometimes I think Idaho thinks they're from the South.
You know what? There are a lot of things when I watch people from the South and the things they talk about, I'm like, we do that here.
First down.
We talk like that sometimes. We say y'all sometimes. Wash the clothes. You wash the clothes. You don't wash the clothes. Like, there are people that do. There's a lot of things here
Look
that
at Elias
are very,
is going to hit him.
Southerny.
Did you see that? Elias
No,
put
what?
it away. Elias was going to hit him with the guitar.
He was going to hit Riddle?
Yeah, he's going to hit Riddle with that guitar.
Is he?
He had it held. It was holding it like a baseball bat. You'll see it here in a second.
Why does he want to hit him? Why does he hate him so bad? Are you sure it was that, or did he just get surprised by something?
You're a band? What do you call yourself? Blink 180. Sheesh!
It's so funny! He was holding it that way the whole time he's been talking to him,
Okay.
so...
Okay. Wait till Riddle starts pounding on the drum.
Oh, nice. They should kill each other. People is like, we are very much the same. Nice. Who, we? You and I? We're the same? People laugh. Bryce says, thank gosh, Elias Sampson is back. And Sophie says, this is
interception.
a team I thought we would never see Riddle and Elias.
Oh, you're not going to see it for long. Elias is ready to kill him.
Oh, God, he eats pieces of crap.
Is that what he said? I eat pieces of shit like you for breakfast.
He said, Chad said, Otis eats pieces of shit like you for breakfast. And then Riddle had to say, you eat pieces of shit for breakfast?
A-Town down.
Hey, look, he's not on NXT trying to get his Money in the Bank thing. Who's he having a thing with?
We're going to find out in just a matter of seconds.
Physique. Sophie's saying whenever Orton comes back from injury, it will be interesting if he will turn heel on Riddle right away. If he comes back is the very big thing for Orton right now.
And to be honest, it's better if Riddle turns heel on him. But Randy's the better heel. I'm just saying that would be the better story. Because it'd be unexpected.
Yep. Damn, look at that French toast. Look at that shit.
You hate it.
No, I actually like French toast.
Oh, yeah, you'd go there and be like, it's just not as good as it's supposed to be. Order one. Go get it right now.
How would I know how it's supposed to be?
Go pick it up.
I don't want to go to IHOP.
It's right down the road.
Their food's kind of gross anyway.
See?
I've had their food before, so don't even start with me. Piccola says, come on, Adam Sandler quotes, be better, WWE. Yeah, stop stealing other people's content.
Speaking of Adam Sandler, we did watch his
look,
QB Halloween.
This dumb shit.
Ugh.
Great garbage on my television. Fan-damn-tastic. Pickle's like, oh, I already read it. Nobody's saying anything in the chat, people. I need you to talk to me. Bored out of my mind.
Mustafa.
I'm so bored, I'm dead. Blah, 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 he says. Mackety, schmackety, mack, mack. I say words out of my butt.
Ali just bites off more than he can chew.
Well, he gets him later. He attacks him like a jerk that he is. Jerk face, jerkity, jerk face.
Why do we have a fly? I don't like it.
I don't know, because it's warm in here, and they're like, look, it's warm in here. Chris is in the chat, though. Hey, Chris. And he's telling us about how his Astros are going to the World Series, baby. Yeah, we saw that.
They are. They should start the World Series like on Wednesday.
Yeah, why are they waiting
But
until
instead,
Friday?
they're going to wait all the way till Friday, which is dumb.
They're all going to be laid back. It's going to be a really shitty
Well,
games.
all the hitters are going to be off. I kind of feel
Yeah.
bad because the Astros are the ones that are going to get hit the
Ooh,
hardest.
Seth is coming down to make sure that Mustafa does his job completely well as he should. That's what you get, dude. I guess they had to make Mustafa like some kind of like relevancy or something because he wanted to quit, and they're like, "No, you can't quit. We'll give you storylines of stupid."
Yeah, he's definitely a guy that should be cut.
I fucking hate this guy. Not Seth Rollins, the other one. He also says, "I already have my hat and got a copy of the newspaper to frame." Fantastic, Chris.
Hell yeah.
Pickle is like, "Did you like Hubie Halloween?"
It was kind of goofy, but yes, all in all, like as a total package, it was fine.
It reminded me of Waterboy, like completely. Like it literally reminded me of Waterboy. Robbie's like, "Mustafa is done out here, but is he?" Pickle's
Match
like,
has started.
"Oh, it's drip champ time, looking lemon lime." With his shortcut off, whatever you call it.
He's got his half shirt on.
Ooh, ooh.
All right, they're locking up. Austin Theory's
They're
in there with
locking it up.
Mustafa Ali. Look at the power.
Lock it up. You lock it up.
Daphne is our referee.
Lock it up.
Lock it up.
Lock it up.
Lock it up.
You pull off lime better than anybody could. There you go, Piccolo.
All right, Mustafa
Line.
Ali made it back to his feet after that power struggle. All right, got him in a side headlock. Austin Theory throws him into the corner.
Robbie's like, "Yes,
Big
he is.
headlock.
D, you just said Mustafa should be cut." Yeah.
Yes.
He is another one that should be found in a dumpster like Spaghetti Guy.
Oh, that's a fumble. Oh, but he fumbled it out of bounds.
You should just cut him with a knife. Robbie's like, "Lock it up, LOL."
Lock it up.
Lock it up.
Lock it up.
Pickle's like, he's adding a bit of sunshine to the announce booth.
Try getting jerked off under the table in front of the family. Were they made for speed? You motorboat?
Did you motorboat those son of a bitch? Did
You motorboat son of a bitch. You motorboat son of a bitch.
He's all like, what is
He's like,
wrong
what's
with
wrong
you?
with you?
Robbie's like, "Oh, that's just a D thing to do." What? What is, Robbie? What? Chris says Ali just wants to join the shorts up to your nipple hype train. LOL, Solo and Hook. Does he? Isn't that why he's wearing the pants he's wearing? Because he's a wacko.
The whole crowd.
He's having his craziness.
Seth is super over.
Robbie's like, "What you just said? What? That you should be shanked and thrown in a dumpster? Or as you call him, a bin?" Fucking weirdos.
What did they call a garbage can on the, like for this, like a big one for a restaurant? Like a giant bin?
They call it a bin.
Just all of it's a bin?
Yep, a bin.
Like that's
It's called
a
a
bin.
bin.
So the Sunday once a month dumps or bin dumps?
You'd have to call it a bin fire. Instead of a dumpster fire. I'm pretty sure it's called a bin. Oh, skips. My bad. It's a skip.
Oh.
It's a skip.
It's a skip fire.
It's a skip fire.
What
I
do
knew
you-
it was a stupid name.
Do you call fire fire?
No, they don't. I'm sure they don't.
Got a skip flint. I don't know what the hell they call fire. A spark. A toasty.
Toasty. There you go. That's what it is. It's a skip toasty. Perfect. 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 Perfect.
Skip toasty. This match is a skip toasty.
Yeah, it's a bin, not a bin.
Like a bin.
Yeah, like bin.
Bin.
Yeah, a bin.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's their garbage cans. A skip is a dumpster. So a skip toasty is a dumpster fire.
Right.
Got it. Perfect. So if it's like Ali versus Rollins or Crowd Elias and it's fresh. Do you think Elias coming out there being all insane? I mean, it'd be fun, right? I just want to go to work and do it and see how well it goes over.
Say shit like that? Is that what you're talking about? Skip toasty?
Skip toasty.
This is great. It's like a skip toasty. A what? It's a dumpster fire in America. I'm speaking British today.
Pickle says, no, I meant Seth. Acting like Seth.
Oh. Well, dressing like that?
No, acting like how he acts.
Just laughing.
Just do it all day at work. Just everything. Somebody tells you something fucking serious about their life. You're just like, what's wrong with you? I don't know.
Like LA Knight, right?
Wrestling's
Right in their
really
face.
getting to me. Start talking like wrestling people. Doing promos everywhere I go.
Oh, yeah.
My poor colleagues would probably be like, what the fuck is wrong with her? Did she lose her mind? I sure did.
I think he just scored a touchdown.
With his nutsack?
Look at this. Is he up? He's not on his knees. That's a touchdown.
How is that a touchdown?
Because in the NFL, if you go down, you're not down.
Unless you're
touched. So he got up, and then his knees were off the ground, and he lunged, and the guy touched him, but he was already up. And then he went in, he crossed the goal line.
Right, and then he was touched.
That's what Bill Belichick's talking to him about. He's like, that's a touchdown, homie. See? He's down there, but he's not down. Guy hasn't touched him. His knees are up. So now he's up.
Right?
Unless that knee goes down, and it still hasn't.
And
nope.
he
Touchdown.
launches himself over,
Yeah.
even though the guy pushed him,
Yeah.
and his knee was
6,
never down.
6, and here's 7. So they did count it as a touchdown.
Pickle says, I thought dumpsters were what Ollie's home. Only if Paul don't push him for another month or two, right?
Well, I don't know what happened to Ciampa unless he got injured, but maybe they're rebooking
Doing
him
him
or
because
whatever.
they didn't like him hanging out with the Miz. So if it's like the War Games match for the men will be interesting. I could see the bloodline in there, but who their opponents, who knows at this point? TV. Robbie is like LOLD for trunk. We say boot. Yeah, I know. They're like the freaking Canadians. What's it all a boot?
A boot is a trunk?
Yeah, they call the boot a trunk. Mm-hmm.
What do you call a boot? Like a work shoe that is for construction. Like, so they're steel-toed shoe. What do you call that?
Right? If you call your car's trunk a boot.
What's it all a trunk?
So, is a trunk like a trunk? Like you would pack up clothes and stuff in? Like those?
Oh.
Is that called a trunk? Or is that called a
Yeah.
boot as well?
I think it's called a trunk because I think they say that in Harry Potter. His magic trunk, right? Like, what's the thing that Mad-Eye Moody's stuck in?
I don't remember what he says. So if he says, remember a few months ago, Ali asked for his release. Look where he is now. Yeah, garbage heap city.
He's on roster.
Pickle is laughing. Shoosh! Right? People will be like, shoosh!
Somebody's talking to you, you're like,
Shoosh!
shoosh!
They'd be like, what the fuck?
Somebody calls you, you're like, hello? Yeah. No, call 1-800 shoosh!
For a second, I can imagine you doing that little laughing uncontrollable. Boots are boots for shoes.
So boots are boots.
But the boot in your car is the trunk. But it's a boot. What's it all a boot?
Hope you have a
Fucking
big boot,
wackos.
because I'm going to put my bike in it.
Is your boot big enough?
What do they call a bike? Like a
bike?
cycle? Maybe?
A bicycle? Oh no, he tried to take a selfie and he got kicked for it. Rude. People's like, how often do you say knickers? Is that still normal verbiage? Don't get your knickers in a twist, P-Cola.
Knickers.
There are times that I actually use verbiage like that, especially in work settings, because it's probably a little bit more kosher than saying panties. Panties.
Get your knickers in a twist.
I was like, haha, DLOL, laughing. And Sophie's like, what is he cackling about? So
What if it's
like,
the Knickerbockers? Like the Knicks, the New York Knicks. They're the Knickerbockers.
the Knickerbockers?
Yeah, because that's what you call a knicker is a Knickerbocker.
Oh. Sophie says it seems like the WWE doesn't even know what to do with Theory. Robbie's like, Mans said kosher. Kosher? K-O-S-H-E-R, my friend. Kosher. Walter's here! Hey, Walter! Everybody say hi to Walter! Why,
Hey, Walter!
It's you! It's you, Walter! Hi, Walter! Did you have a good weekend? Hope so. Sophie's like, we got a month and a half of the year left.
What?
Yeah, you should remind us some more how much time we have left.
Wait, how do you get a month and a half? We've got all of November.
That's how you math in New York.
All of December.
That's how you math in New York.
So
When you're from New York, that's how you math.
That's 2.5 months. Or 2.25 months.
Walter's like, boo, Seth Rollins and Theory. Pickle's like, evening soap, Walter. Robbie's like, Dean never got excited for me turning up tonight.
She got excited for pretty much everybody.
I said hi to you. I said, good morning. How's your morning going? Jesus Christ, dude. Just because you left for like 10 minutes after that.
Uh-oh.
Because you were so excited about
Austin Theory
Dominic.
with the power.
Ooh,
Drops
get
him
him,
down.
Austin.
Neck breaker.
Hit him with your face.
1, 2, and 3. No!
Of course. Can't get your butt in his face good enough. So it was like Theory teased to cash in on the NXT Championship. Now he's teasing to cash in again on the World Championship again and again and again and again and again.
Well, they
Again
might
and
as well
again.
use him in storylines. He's there. He's got to be used.
Bailey Zap. Zappe. Zappe.
Zappe.
Bailey Zappe.
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 Zip.
Robert's
Homeboy's already
like,
got his
"Do you
shirt."
enjoying this B-Tech match? Am I?
They're finding all the fans in the audience that have his shirt already.
Ooh, whose shirt?
Zappe.
Zappe. He's a third-string
Backstabber.
quarterback rookie. Walter's like, okay, at 9:35 p.m. I'm going. My time be here Wednesday, though. AEW, 8 p.m. on time. Still here in chat. Yeah, Walter. You're still here.
Uh-oh, Seth's getting up.
He's like, I'm going to come inside here and try something fun. Okay, I'll leave. Sorry, my bad.
So it wouldn't have mattered because Theory could have done that without the interference.
True
so.
that.
In this.
Yeah, end it.
12
Sophie
minutes,
says-
4 seconds for that match.
Sophie's like, do you guys have, like, Paramount Plus?
We do.
Yeah, we do. Walter's like, go, Ollie. Get the win. I almost got it.
Not even close.
No, I almost got it. Don't try to ruin it for me.
You're like, you paused. Just go.
Well, I had to make sure I wasn't going to hit anything, like myself.
Smack. Oh.
Was my boob in the way? It might have been. Sophie wants to if we have Paramount Plus. I think we do.
We do.
Yeah. Walter's like, go, Ollie, get the win. He didn't. Good. I'm glad he didn't win, Walter. Ollie sucks butthole. He needs to just go away into a dumpster.
Next time to get Paramount Plus, I'll probably just do the Walmart thing.
Walmart.
Get free delivery.
For what? What are we delivering?
I don't
Why
know.
are we being lazy? I don't want them picking out my stuff. Gross. Pickle's like, here comes the finish. Walter's like, boo, Theory won. Seth helped. And Robbie's like, oh, D never got it. Shh. And Pickle's like, well, Theory getting a win, obviously not clean. Robbie's like, D, your boobs are always in the way. Oh, thanks so much. It's gross, dude.
So Seth is beating up Mustafa.
Mustafa. Seth, go find a dumpster and put him in there where he belongs.
It's called a skip.
Put him in the skip. Put him in the skip toasty. Where he belongs, in the skip toasty. Yeah,
You don't belong in my WWE.
Go back to NXT or go to a dumpster. Somebody throw him away.
Look at his shirt.
His jacket's all ladylike. It's kind of creepy in a way.
When he has his belt on, it probably looks good.
He's like, I'm very limey.
That might be a bad word.
Limey.
You limey bastard.
I don't know, Robbie. Tell us what the slang of limey means over there in your country of origin.
That's British, right? They're the limeys, or is that the French? Limey.
British.
I think the British, yeah.
Walter's
Oh!
like, Becky Lynch still at home?
Ali
Possibly.
wasn't done.
I guess he played Poosum.
Did that guy just say something in a different language?
Sure.
Something like a gizm or something?
Why are they making it out like Ali is like some
Tough.
badass? It's fucking dumb. I hate it.
Ali is
It's
just trash.
garbage. This is the most unbelievable fucking shit, WWE. Stop doing dumb shit like this. Stop trying to make people relevant who aren't relevant. He's a quitter and is always going to be a
Johnny,
quitter.
again.
Here to shave my back. Walter's like, yes, fight, fight. Pico's like, oh, Jesus made me think that was a fan again.
JPL.
Ew, what? Barf.
We didn't have to be in single A ball for a decade. We didn't have to do that. We don't know what that's like.
Rob is like, DU Prob's got a bigger rack than Rhea. Sure. Pickle's like, no more cash apps from bot Seths. Aww. The best adult dating site was here for a second. Bye. Best adult dating site. Rob is like, British. And Walter's like, JBL and
Take your
Baron
glove
on
off
Raw.
to shake somebody's hand. It's Baron Corbin. It's always been Baron Corbin. Ugh. They better not.
Fucking
Baron
can't
Corbin.
stand this person. I don't know how you guys like him. I seriously don't get it.
I don't think he has fans.
I know, I understand it. No, you guys out there like him. I've heard you guys talk about how great he is. So, what is it? Literally, what is about that spaghetti weirdo that makes him so fantastic? What?
You're not going to find anything.
What?
Hamas up next.
Bleh. Bleh, bleh, bleh. Hey, they're going to get an extra point. Oh no, you're going to miss. Oh, you made it. Walter's telling the mods to watch for the bots. Thanks. No, Walter.
Oh, it was a pick six? Is that what happened here?
Is that how he got the...
No, that's an offensive play right there. So 14-10, the Pats.
Shame on the Bears.
Well, the Bears aren't good.
Shame on them. People's like, don't point the finger at me. I like Adam Cole and Kyle. Oh. Blech. Seriously. What the fuck? Walter's like, Amos next time Raw going to win. People's like, no thanks. Johnny Spaghetti could have stayed at home.
Why is his head so big?
His?
Yeah, look how big his head is compared to his shoulders.
I think it's the way his shirt. Maybe he lost a lot of weight. I don't know.
Yeah.
The shirt might be what the problem
There's
is.
a fly on the TV.
That lady has a fly on her face.
It's on her hand.
Oh my god,
It's on the
everywhere.
pad.
Bobby's like, Johnny G, LOL loser. Well, it's like, oh, SmackDown on FS1 this Friday. Yeah, it is.
It is.
Yeah, there's a reminder, guys.
So we'll
SmackDown
be
will
calling
on
that
FS1.
and the World Series at the same time because we'll be able to watch that on live TV.
One Piece film, Red. What is that about? That looked fun.
Red.
It was an anime movie.
Oh. It didn't sound English to me. I couldn't understand what they were saying.
Pickle is like, is the World Series going to be just on Fox?
Yes. Fox has sole rights to it.
Oh, Vindicator is a big fan. He likes him.
Whatever. Is he just saying that or is he being real?
Yeah. Vindicator is like, Johnny is a serviceable wrestler, and his Northeastern wise guy shtick is more entertaining than 80% of the main roster. So I don't really mind him.
Goofy.
Vindicator, I don't feel that those are really like good qualities. I mean, I feel like his wrestling isn't really serviceable.
I feel like it's serviceable because you need the underdog.
I guess.
You need the David for your Goliath. But you don't want to ever have David win often. And he did lose to Otis. Mm-hmm. And that was nice.
I'm
and
surprised they even let that
hopefully
happen.
he loses to Corbin so they can keep pushing Corbin forward.
Yeah.
And they'll probably do it with some sort of an interference thing if they do it, but I wouldn't be surprised if he beat Corbin. Which just be weird.
Yeah.
But yeah, they've had him on 3 times I think tonight so far. Johnny Wrestling.
Yeah, he's retarded.
It's very weird. They're just
I don't like it. I don't see
overrunning
why
Raw.
they think. What is he like? Some kind of like supposed to be comedic relief or something?
Like the
I have
R-Truth?
no idea what it is about him that's so funny. I don't understand what is so great about his gimmick, as Vindicator specified about his wise guy shtick being entertaining. How is that entertaining? Like him going out there and lisping all over the place, that's fucking hilarious. And insulting people, yeah, that's so funny. And the way he does it is even more retarded than anything else, but you know, that's great. I just don't get it. I don't get it.
Well, he tried to explain it to you.
Still don't get it. Anyways, Robbie says Adam Cole is a G for pulling Britt Baker. Yeah, she really downgraded on that one. Volterra says Amos is my favorite Raw superstar, our Nigerian prince.
Well, there you go. That's awesome.
Robbie says moths are the worst when they fly into your hair. That's when they're the worst. Chris says the One Piece is real. Is that the Red movie that you're talking about? Piccola says what was worth mentioning on Friday Night SmackDown?
Logan Paul was there, I think. Yeah, he was.
Something happened. I thought I was there, but I might not have been. Robbie's like, D Johnny G has to show more. Huh? Piccola says missing a handful of days. I really didn't miss much. Robbie's like, with his wrestling. Somebody's like, this Raw hasn't been bad. Indicator says, I think some of the smaller guys bring variety to the show. If they had nothing but Corbin or Strowman types all the time, it would be repetitive and stale. Okay, so I'm not saying anything bad or against small guys. Okay? It's not about being a small guy. It's about, one, the weird gimmicks they have, their weird fucking attitudes. And he's kind of a creep. Like,
Right.
I find him extremely, like, fucking creepy on another level of creep.
You've got guys like The Miz. He's a smaller guy that can talk good. I like the
Chad
guys.
Gable can talk good, and he's
Chad
a smaller
Gable.
guy. And he can wrestle. Not only can he Greco wrestle, but he can do the other kind of wrestling, too, which is way more entertaining. He doesn't do the whole Daniel Bryanson garbage fuck shit like Johnny Wrestling does. That guy, that's what he does. He's like, I hold people. Wow, good for you. Until we're all bored to death. Thank you.
Right. Anyways, it's okay to have small guys. I actually like having small guys versus big guys. It makes the matches better. But they've got to be able to wrestle. And I feel like that's where Johnny Gargano lacks.
Mr. Spaghetti.
Mustafa Ali's fine for me. I know you don't like him, but he's fine because he can move. And he is moving the whole time. So when he wrestles a big guy, he's moving.
I would rather see Ricochet.
Of course.
I would rather see Ricochet.
But you can't just have Ricochet wrestle every match.
I get it, but still. Sophie's like, SmackDown this past Friday got 2.5 million viewers. Robbie says, D, allow Vin to like Johnny G. I just want to know why people liked him. I knew people liked him. I just wanted to know why they liked him. And anything he says isn't going to sway me into liking him because the points he's making don't sway me into liking him. And I did watch him on NXT, guys. We did watch NXT for over a year. So I have seen him. I've seen him wrestle.
Look at that. Like him Bailey tonight going against Esther. Maybe your main event. Almost time.
Sophie's like, does anyone keep track of stuff like how many times women have main evented WWE TV this past year?
I'm sure somebody has it somewhere. To me, it's irrelevant.
Robbie says, D, no one's saying you did say anything. D can talk well, too. Oh, cool. Pico is like, if you were watching some wrestling 20 years ago, you may be iffy about backstage segments.
You know, I don't mind the interviews in the back. I feel like the promos should be a little bit better.
Yeah.
In the back, they don't do very good promos like they used to.
Well, considering that some of the stuff that Travis has had me watch in some of their backstage promos, the guys nowadays can't do shit.
No.
Like, even Spaghetti Wetty guy there can't do shit. Like, his talking is not good.
It doesn't get you excited. Like, I want my wrestler, like Ric Flair, the more he would talk, the more you would get excited. Like, it would make your heart beat faster. And you just don't get a lot of guys that get you excited. Hulk Hogan could get you excited just talking shit.
Right.
And, you know, and there's other wrestlers that can do it, but it's very rare now. They've went away from it. Maybe Triple H will bring it back. I don't know.
Yeah, I doubt it. He seems like not the type of guy who likes that kind of stuff.
He pulled promos. He did pretty good.
Vindicator's like, I agree, Gable needs to be pushed into a title. Should be feuding with Seth right now, in my opinion. And just like the women, the men need weight classes to bring back the cruiserweight title.
That's tough.
They've got so many.
Look, he's going up against 4 guys now.
Oh my goodness, guys, this is weird. Like, this kind of stuff is just weird to me.
It's gimmicky. Okay, so in the 80s, hold on. In the 80s and 70s, they did this with Andre the Giant.
Oh, okay.
He would wrestle like 3 or 4 or 5 guys at a time.
Okay. Robbie's like, LOL, everyone has their styles. Yeah, yes, they do. And I understand that. I understand people like who they like. I mean, I like who I like and everybody hates him, so... Everybody thinks he's an asshole, he's garbage, he's this, he's that, they hate him. I've always liked The Miz. I
feel like if you hate The Miz, he's doing his job.
Right?
Though, that's so good. But if you're a babyface and people don't like you, you're not doing your job.
Yeah.
You're bad at it.
You're bad at being a babyface. You need to change something. I don't think he quite said it like that, but, you know, hey, whatever.
It sounds pretty close.
Much?
Pretty close, though. You can get these hands. Look at his hand.
Chris says, you're going to get these hands. That guy's face. He's like Kristen Stewart right there. Look at him.
They should have brought out Johnny wrestling here.
Oh, yeah, that would have been hilarious.
Because these guys are probably bigger than he is.
They probably are. Chris says, I think people like Johnny because they are teenagers who identify with the underdog, but that stuff cringe and stupid. So he says, do you think if Eddie Guerrero was still alive, where would he fit into the wrestling landscape?
I just don't think he would be around.
Kegel says, I mean, the top of the card feuds were great. But if it was a Santino segment, you'd probably wish Otis and Johnny's stuff. Are you talking about the guy that had the snake?
Yeah, well.
Santino?
Yeah, he had the little snake in his pants. Yeah.
I thought it was hilarious. I liked his sister better. Sophie's like, Kathy Kelly, before she came back to WWE, was in talks with AEW. She even talked to Tony Khan. Vindicator says, damn, Bianca has been in way too many main events this year, and she is someone else I don't mind. Be nice if main events occasionally focus on rising stars with impressive winning streaks. Yeah. Chris says, Shotzi promo on Halloween Havoc was awful, but she looked so good. And I guess that's what she got going for her.
Yeah, it's the look thing right
Chris,
now.
it's sad. We already had said that she was terrible at promos. I was hoping maybe if she was in her element, she'd be better, but I guess
Did you guys see the House of Horrors thing that they had with the Toxic Attraction? It was actually pretty funny. They had like a small movie with them. Huh. They went into a house and they were looking for that redhead.
Oh.
The Kaylee Ray or whatever her name is.
Weird.
And they were searching all over the house and there was like ghosts and like monsters and stuff throughout the house. It lasted like 5, 6, 7 minutes. A little movie.
Huh, okay.
And then they took Kaylee Ray, I think her name's Kaylee Ray anyway. She beat up the other two of Toxic Attraction and then took Mandy back to the arena.
Oh, the one that stole her, kidnapped her before.
Maybe.
The one that was out there.
With the red bat.
That stole, stole the belt or whatever.
Had the red belt. Bat.
Yeah. Rose like, Diaz,
Mandy
don't
did
need
win.
to waste time talking about that Johnny guy, right? People's like, look, CAW guys on 2K. Is that who those guys are? Sophie says Bray Wyatt is the top face and Drew is the second top face for the SmackDown brand. Robbie says Kevin Owens is good on the mic. Bailey too. Yes. Chris says if Eddie was alive, he would be either canceled for being a man or he would be like a backstage hand in AEW. Sophie says I could see Eddie Guerrero being a coach for NXT. Robbie says your boy Big Nose Paul to blame for this match. While Tara says I'm watching the VH1 show. They are taken to a wrestling ring. Lana suplexed one of the wrestlers.
Oh, nice.
Interesting. Robbie says Sophie Man's dead. Sophie says Omos the future world champ according to The Undertaker. And Walter says, okay, bye guys. See you Wednesday for AEW. Bye, Walter. Everybody say bye to Walter. Bye, Walter. Thanks for hanging out with us for a little bit. We'll see you on Wednesday. Good luck at bingo. Walter says Dennis Rodman is also on the show. Oh my God, it's in my mouth. It came at my mouth. It's terrible. Okay, we're better now. Let's see. Oh, Voltaire says Dennis Rodman is also on the show and talking about NWO. Luna's in the chat that says, can't talk right now. I'm eating dinner.
Oh, well, go eat it. Thanks for joining us for a minute.
Is it that you can't talk because you're eating dinner? But your fingers work? Sophie says these guys did come from WWE 2K22 CAW. Robbie says Eddie with his 80s mullet. Sophie says Halloween Havoc, I heard bad reviews.
I watched some of it. I didn't mind the matches that I watched.
From people that actually watched the show. Vindicator says Omos having his own Battle Royale will be the second worst segment of Raw this year behind the Dana Brooke pseudo wedding. Well, it's done and over with, Vin, so it was quick and not as painful as we thought. Sophie says, Eddie died. Then the guy who shall not be named died like 7 months later. Piccolo says, see you later, Walter. God bless she is in the chat. Says, look who's finally back. Who? Who is it, God bless you? Who?
Elias.
Him? Elias?
He's going to be wrestling, too.
Vindicator's like, bye, Gunther. Walter. Sophie says Bianca versus Bailey as the main event. Interesting choice. Piccolo says, gonna make a sandwich, I suppose. That's what you're having for dinner? You having a sandwich for dinner, my friend? Sandwich? It's on your hat! Oh, he left. Now he's on there. Look, he's right there. Did you get him?
Maybe.
Yeah.
I didn't see him fly off.
Fly guts everywhere. Chris says, I think Carmelo Anthony guys should come to main roster and join MVP and Hamas as the leader. Robbie's like, haha, D. And Chris was like, Shotzi Beetlejuice here was the sexiest. And Robbie's like, I can't talk, I'm in bed. Ew, gross, dude. So you can't talk. So when you're in bed, you can't talk at all? Like, you just can't make words or form words?
That's sounds like a nightmare to me.
Sounds weird.
I get those nightmares too.
Sophie wants to know who is in charge of tonight's Raw. It seems all out of place with certain things tonight. Yeah, Sophie, it seems like one that you probably did. I'm pretty sure you were involved in it somehow.
Was she?
I think so. Pretty sure that's what happened.
Safe flight repairs. Safe flight
Robbie's
repairs.
like, Elias sings, oh dear. I think he meant songs, but you know, it's all good. My God, could you imagine if somebody like hacked into your smart bed and like cooked you to death?
Pound town.
Your bed. Like, oh, hey, we're going to hack into this smart bed. You guys want to sleep extra hot tonight? They all, like, get it up to 120 degrees. Chris is like, we need more sex celebrations. Hello, me as head of creative. Oh, God. So it was like, why are we seeing Impact commercials on the USA Network for the second week in a row? I don't know. Honey, maybe they bought some time. Maybe you should ask the Impact CEO people what they're doing.
They gotta pay for those ads.
Robbie's like, LOL. What you doing?
Oh my God, just watch your show.
I don't have a show to watch. There's nothing on.
Yeah, it is. It's
Nope.
Brock Lesnar and Bubba.
It's all stuff they've done before. What you doing?
Trying to figure this
What
out.
you doing?
Trying to figure this out.
What you doing?
Trying to figure this
What
out.
you trying to do?
Set up.
What is it? What is it? So it was like, I thought Impact was on a golf channel. Yeah, didn't we all?
Yeah, I don't know if it's on Golf Network or not.
It's all the Alpha Academy. Oh, goodness. Those people are coming out. I was like, thank God UFC don't have storylines. Oh my God, could you imagine if the UFC had storylines? Ugh. That'd be horrible. They'd have to like do recaps. Do you remember what happened between so-and-so and so-and-so? Their storylines.
They do have storylines, but they're not like that. Because people fight each other more than once.
Right, I get it. And their storylines are just highlights of what they did, which is different.
Right, and they're pushing each other in the press conferences.
Yeah, they're like, pissing contest. Chris is like, Impact is on Access TV. That's a music channel. Volterra says, I would start watching if UFC had storylines.
Right.
Why? I just like it when people get their things broken. So it was like, I didn't expect Alpha Academy to last this long. I thought it wouldn't work.
Ladies and gentlemen, Elias.
It's Chad Gable.
It is.
It's the only reason why it's working, by the way, is Chad.
Shoosh!
Because he found something, a gimmick that works. He's got the guitar as well. This fucking guy.
You don't like Elias? Or do you like
I like
Ezekiel
Elias.
better?
It's not about Elias. I'm talking about the commentator guy, Kevin. Kevin! Old Kevin. He was like, were you a fan of Ultimate Fighter?
No, I've never watched it.
I've never
I
seen
can't
it
say
in
that
my
I was
entire
or wasn't.
life.
I've never seen it, so. The only thing I watch are pay-per-views, and I've watched every pay-per-view since February of 2020. That was the John Jones last fight. I've watched every pay-per-view since then.
Just the pay-per-views.
That's it, though. I don't watch the
No,
Saturday
the extra
shows.
stuff on ESPN through the week or the weekends.
I don't read
that are off.
anything that's happening.
Eh.
Half the time I buy the pay-per-view, and then they change the main event, and I'm like, what's going on? And then I have to go read what happened. And somebody didn't make weight or whatever.
Took drugs. Lots of things happening. Chris says Elias as WWE champ would be different, but I would mind. You would mind? You would mind it if it happened? You'd be like...
I wouldn't mind Elias being champion. They'd have to
wouldn't
play the storyline right. And they would have to lose their superstars. I feel like when you have superstars like they have, it's hard to... Quarterback just dropped the ball.
He's like, where's the ball at? I don't know where it's at. Oh, my God.
Oh, he hit his knee.
my knee. Oh, no.
He caused his own fumble.
He's like, oh, God, come back here. Hot potato. Hot potato.
Elias with a side headlock. Oh,
Ugh.
going for those head scissors. But he can't get him locked in. His legs aren't long enough.
No way. Is his shoulder not on the mat?
That headlock right there is the old schoolyard go-to.
Okay, they're going to be in Mexico City, Mexico. Glasgow, Scotland. Next Monday, Dallas, Texas.
Cool.
What's going on, Raw?
All that next week.
I guess.
Glasgow and Mexico.
Yeah, Mexico City, Mexico. So if he's like, Otis got lucky that this Alpha Academy thing worked, or else he probably would have been released along with Chad months ago.
Oh, yeah. Maybe they'll bring back Tucker.
Chris is like, Elias has fireflies in the crowd, and Sophie says Ultimate Fighter was the UFC version of Tough Enough.
Mm-hmm.
Piccolo says maybe this Corbin repackage will make him a champion. I don't know. Since they made it so that somebody could kick out of his move, now he can go after championships.
Baron Corbin?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, we'll see about that. He's not going to be a champion.
Sophie,
I mean, he could be an Intercontinental Champion or a U.S. Champion.
Yeah. Sophie says Elias as U.S. champ, that will be interesting.
Yeah, if Elias can get there. He's got the size and speed and the wrestling skill to become a champion. And he's hella good on the mic.
Oh, ouch. Ugh.
Missing with double chops. Oh, just pulls
God,
that
he
top
fell
rope
out.
down. Elias spills outside to the floor.
Oh, a terrible accident. A terrible accident.
It's a terrible one.
Dun, 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 dun. Sophie's like Johnny Wrestling said, Corbin changes his first name so much it's hard to tell what to call him. Corbin.
Just call him Baron.
Or Baron. Just Corbin.
He's Corbin. He's always been Corbin.
In any form. Right? Come on, little bro.
Bang. Bang.
Ravi's not a stan of Elias. Just not happy, Corbin. Nah. Sophie's like, I have never seen any of the Halloween movies.
You got to watch the first one
We should.
and the second one.
Oh, Jesus. Poor guy.
Are you praying because of the movie?
Oh, my God. Dude, you... My God, what the fuck is wrong with that person?
He's not a very good quarterback. I tell Danny this all the time.
What in the good Lord? Bears?
The Bears. If they score here, though, it's going to be a 10-point lead.
Ooh, there was holding on the Patriots.
Uh-oh.
31's like, I'm not going to let you go, buddy. I've got you. I'm going to hang on to you. We're hugging.
Very handsy. It's like me in the morning.
We're hugging. We're hugging. Chris like, Halloween Kills trash. But Allison is freaking hot. Okay. Sophie says, would you watch a Parks and Rec reunion movie or reboot series?
No.
No. Piccolo is
It
like...
got so bad there at the end that it would be hard for them to do a good...
Reunion? Mm-hmm. Piccolo says, out of everything we went out to eat, I believe this pork steak and baked potato was the best. Ooh, pork steak.
I don't mind pork steaks every once in a while.
Was it like a breaded pork steak? Piccolo,
Pork fried
have
steak?
you ever had
We call it pork fried steak.
pork fried steak?
Like a chicken
Pork fried
steak.
steak! Not chicken fried steak, but it's pork fried steak. No. I was going to ask a question. Has he ever had... It's a German thing. Robbie's like, who's winning the Super Bowl? Not your
The
mom.
Bills. I mean, as long as they could stay healthy, the Bills. Who accelerates that fast out of the parking spot?
I don't know. Some people do really weird things. People says, we sat and waited for about an hour because it's the only steakhouse in Gulf Shores. That is a long time to wait for a steak. Chris says, loaded baked potato. Pico says, it was unbelievably tender. Yes, they can be. Sophie says, before COVID, I used to go out to eat like every few months. Now I don't go out to eat unless I go to a doctor's appointment.
Oh, wow.
No, you just have the food come to you and delivered by a place that charges way too much money for you to not just go get it yourself. Robbie's like, schnitzel. Yes, thank you, Robbie. Thank you. That shit's good. I've made it before. It's really, really good.
Sounds like penis.
No.
Your little schnitzel.
You're a schnitzel, all right. You're a jackass. Sophie's like, who do you think will win the World Series? Chris is like, Astros. The Phillies are going to get extreme. LOL. I think they're both going to suck butthole.
They have to wait 5 days.
They're going to lose all their momentum of win streak.
I mean, their pitchers should be fine, but they're both hitting teams that will have good pitching, obviously. But it's going to be interesting, to say the least. You know, the only reason the Yankees lost is because the roof was open.
That's why.
Did you see that?
They're like, we lost because the roof was open.
Aaron Bleep Boone literally
In their
said,
own state?
No, when they were in Houston, said, well, the balls just weren't flying because the roof was open. They played in the same stadium as you.
What the fuck?
So that's the big joke going around is, well, the Yankees would have won if the roof would have been closed.
The Yankees would have won if the goat hadn't have been out there in the audience.
That was Chicago. But yeah.
Well, you know what? The Yankees might as well have a goat too. Pickle's like, have I had pork schnitzel? I don't think so. It's actually really good.
Kelly loved baseball games. Knew the players, knew all their names. Her best friend by the name of Joe said to Kelly, my dear, let's go. Kelly started to fret and pout. And to him I heard her shout, take me out to the ball game. Take me out with the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jacks. I don't care if I ever get back. Let me root for the home team. If they don't win, it's a shame. For it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game.
There you go.
Old Nellie Kelly.
Now you have it. Robbie's like, haha, D likes a schnitzel. I do. I like him. Big
That just might do it.
Is.
1, 2, nope.
Sophie's like, do you think the World Series will play all 7 games, or do you think it will end with 4?
I don't know. This is a tough one for me. So I don't know who I want to have win. I usually go with the National League teams, so I'll probably stick with that because the Dodgers aren't in it.
Chris says that they were booing Aaron Judge, though.
Of course they were. Why wouldn't you? The dude was money in the regular season. They turned the lights on, put the pressure on him, and he choked. And that's the problem with those type of players.
Yep, always.
And make sure that when whatever team, probably my Giants, goes to sign him, that they are aware that he can't perform when the lights are on. And Elias with the W.
Guys. Elias won that one. Chad did hold it down there, Robbie, but he didn't quite bring out the win. So it was like last night could be the last game the Yankees have Aaron Judge. Yeah. Robbie says, are the New York Yankees hats still a thing?
Yeah, they're still probably the most popular hat in the world. They sell a lot of merch. Uh-oh. Here comes Riddle.
He didn't bring his little jamming jams with him, though, huh?
I'm going to tag him up. Maybe next Monday we're going to see a tag team.
Ugh. Chris says, I think we are going to sweep Phillies. That's 3 sweeps. Pickle's like, that DDT looks botchy. Robbie says, it is not bacon jammed. You won't eat it. Chad holding it down. And Chris says, same with J-Rod. He choked as well when he faced Mariners. Sophie says, all the teams that had 1 or wins before the playoffs got eliminated.
Are you talking about Julio Rodriguez with Seattle? Is that who we're talking about?
J-Rod.
Is that who they're calling J-Rod?
Maybe, I don't know. Chris, is that who you're calling J-Rod? Robbie's like, 420, here we go. And Sophie says, before this week, did anyone expect an Astros-Phillies World Series?
I figured the Astros would be there. And I was hoping that San Diego would go, to be honest. But just because I wanted a West Coast team. But it's so good. Philly probably has a better chance of winning for the National League.
Yeah.
They do have Bryce Harper, and his OPS is like 1,300 and something in the playoffs, so he can hit with the pressure on.
Thanks.
He's not Barry Bonds. Barry Bonds was a 1,560 or something OPS. That's on base plus slugging. That was earlier tonight. She touched his pecker.
Ew. Chris says yes, that's who he's talking about.
Nice. I did not know they called him that.
Sophie says the World Series is important to all the networks that is going to broadcast it. That must stink for the shows that are on those networks, though.
It's all good. He has a re-illusion.
Oh, are you? Interesting. Oh, fucking Jesus.
He's going to go take care of Rhea. That's his love language.
Kimball.
He's the best with whip. He's not good with whip. He's terrible with whip. Oh, here comes JBL.
Pickles like Carl Anderson, hot Asian wife, is going to be pissed that his nuts got smashed.
By a chick. We're going to see Raw's most recent or greatest contribution. What's his name? Baron Corbin?
Oh, yeah, that guy.
Accusation.
That person doesn't like him. They had a JBL sucks sign.
I just can't believe that Johnny Spaghetti's going to be on this again.
Old
This
spaghetti.
is going to be the 4th time he's been on TV.
Sophie says because all shows have to wait for the World Series to end to come back to air new episodes. Do they? But do they?
All shows, so like ABC doesn't even do it until after the World Series, or NBC or CBS?
Yeah, none of them do.
That's weird. I mean, Roman Reigns is getting up there with the elite of all time with his title run.
Right? Is he?
Yeah, he's over like 700 and something days.
So just because you have over that many days, I don't think that technically makes you elite.
Yeah,
what do you do with it during those days?
Right, but that's what matters.
Is how much time you have it, not what you do with it.
Right.
I think that's incorrect.
It's not, because in the old days they were wrestling once every 2 months, and they should. I think champions should defend it once, twice, 3 times a year myself, but it makes it more exciting. I don't like to see the champion wrestle. I don't like to see him on TV every week. They get old, they get stale. By making it a main event, by making it a thing, it's important. But if you have it every week, like an open U.S. Championship challenge and all that crap, and they do it every week, okay, now it's stale. We don't want stale championships. You know how often
that's gross.
Mike Tyson fought in a year? Maybe 3, but yeah, twice. If he fought every fucking week, you wouldn't pay $70 to watch it.
Right.
Can you imagine Mike Tyson fighting every week? People would be like, this is the most boring thing I've ever seen in my life. Well, once a month. No, I don't want to see him fight 12 times a year. Dumb.
Sophie says, was that a Beth Phoenix tease when AJ said he got a resolution? Actually, it wasn't
That was
him.
Gallows.
It was Gallows that said it. But
and no, he's just going to go
meant
Mac
about
on
himself. He's the solution.
He's going to go Mac on the honey.
Chris is like, big LG can handle Rhea. And Pico's like, say it ain't so. Pico's like, I better hear that same treatment for shows when college bowl games happen. Right? That they just stop airing all their shit and have the ball games on. Sophie says whenever Roman loses a championship, it will be great TV and it will help whoever beats him a lot.
Oh, yeah.
Sophie also says Roman doesn't have to defend his championship at every pay-per-view, but some pay-per-views won't make it stale. Robbie says he's going to defo go Mac on Rhea.
Yeah, Roman should defend that title 4 times a year. With like a special one on SmackDown once or something, just kind of for fun. Right? I mean, that would be cool.
Yeah.
That's your major pay-per-views. That's WrestleMania, Royal Rumble. I probably wouldn't have him even do it on the Royal Rumble, so maybe just 3 times a year.
Right.
Hogan had it twice for over 900 days. I think that was 1,400 once and 900 and something once.
Oh,
Ric
wow.
Flair's had it over 1,000 days, 3 or 4 different times. Think about that.
That's crazy.
That's true championship runs.
Right.
And then Bruno Sammartini, I think he did it twice, well over 1,000 each time. Shit, one time was like 5 years or something. It might have been over 2,000 days. Roman's not getting there.
No.
Nick Bockwinkel, I think, had it for 700-800 days once. He came back like 15 years later and won it.
Weird.
It was very weird. That's the equivalent of like Shawn Michaels winning it right now.
That's very strange.
What Bockwinkel did.
It's funny. Sophie's like, Raw does need a world championship for the main event to fight over right now. They only have the United States championship. Yeah.
Yeah, there seems to be no urgency in that, so I don't know what they're planning on doing.
Sophie's like, when Roman first won the championship, I didn't expect him to keep it this long.
Well, they were hinting at it with the bloodline thing and making it that's all SmackDown was the bloodline for what, 4 months? Mm-hmm. I mean, they were even having Jey Uso main event SmackDown because it was just the bloodline. The whole thing was bloodline. Oh, he got hurt. Good. She got me too,
dude. That's hilarious.
No, he's not okay. Rhea sucks. Well, if she sucked, then you probably wouldn't be in pain.
Gross. Robbie says, is WrestleMania still a solid pay-per-view?
It's tough because they made it a 2-day thing. Yes. Just out of the history of it.
Right. Pugla says the thing about Flair. He would defend that title anywhere in all the best territories.
He did too, and he would. He would take it to Japan. He lost it a couple times in Japan. They don't even count it as title reigns for him.
Oh, wow.
So he's a 15-time or 16-time, whatever, world champion. But he actually lost it a few times in Japan and won it back. But they don't count those as title runs.
Right. Sophie says, but Roman is also the Raw champion, and he showed up on Raw twice over this past year.
Yeah.
Liam says they are fans that actually like having Mania be a 2-night event. Robbie's like, Rhea sucks like a vacuum cleaner.
Not Anderson or Gallo.
Okay, well, glad you know that, Robbie. Gross much.
We call her Hoover.
Ew.
You heard him, Kevin.
Yeah, Kevin.
So they couldn't change his music, but they changed his character.
Yeah.
This Justice Fields, or whatever his name is picking that ball up off the carpet every time he has the ball, I think.
What the hell's wrong with his hands?
I don't know. Maybe he's got small hands. You think he's got cabbage hands? Thought I smelled cabbage.
Gross.
See? I thought I smelled cabbage.
That's nasty.
You know what show that's on?
I can't remember.
Austin Powers.
That's right. So if
When he walks in, he's like, I thought I smelled cabbage.
So if he says we'll see Rhea versus Bianca at all, or are they saving that for the Rumble?
I don't know when that's going to happen, but they should do it at the Rumble and then have Rhea win, because Rhea won that match, that Rumble match, where they gave it to Bianca anyways, when Bianca's feet touched, but they didn't count it as her feet touching. And then she went on to win the championship at WrestleMania against Sasha or whatever.
Yeah. So it's like, I don't see this new Baron Corbin storyline lasting that long.
Well, hopefully Corbin can pull out a victory. I mean, it would work. They need to change Baron Corbin around a little bit. I want to see the scale that they weigh him on.
How much did they say? He weighs?
199.
What the fuck ever?
If
There's
that dude's
no way
over,
that motherfucker weighs 200 pounds.
that dude's 185, maybe.
There's no way he literally weighs that much ever. No, they're garbage.
Oh, here we go. Baron Corbin.
They're trying to make him out like he's 5'10" as well. There's no fucking way.
5'10".
There's no goddamn way he's 5'10". No fucking way.
I'd have to see him next to like Chad Gable or something. All right, they're locking up.
Baron Corbin's billed at 6'8".
Yeah, he's not that tall either, but he's probably 6'6", 6'5". You'd have to look up his NFL stats. Because when they do the NFL stuff, they do that pretty thorough. They're basically livestock. So they get weighed and measured. And how high can you jump? How fast can you run? I love those two. Those two should be on the announce team together. The only problem with it is they're both really good heels.
Right?
With JBL. But JBL's better at it than Corey, but Corey's really good. So they could work together, but the third person is going to get fucked up. And I don't think that our English guy has what it takes to hang out with those guys and play on that level. You'd have to have somebody very quick-witted.
Very, yeah, definitely.
If you want him to play on that level.
They don't have any stats for him, like on ESPN for his NFL stuff.
Baron? Well, I don't know what his name was.
It's Thomas Pestock.
Okay.
His is 6'6", 318 pounds.
Yeah.
He's
Obviously, he's
Pro
lost the
Football
weight. But
Reference.
yeah, that's right. He's about 6'6". You add 2 inches, right? So Johnny's 5'8".
Mm-hmm.
Johnny Wrestling carries bags in any other era. Well, he doesn't wrestle in the 80s. That's given. I don't know if they had little guys like that in the 80s. I bet you they had a couple.
Chad Gable's supposedly 5'8".
Yeah. In wrestling or in real life? There again, he's an Olympic athlete. He'd have all his real stats too. But not on the wrestling stuff. This a hero to you? Triple A. God bless the Houston. Did you hear him? God bless the Houston Astros, who would never cheat and uphold the standards of baseball.
JBL. Is he from Texas?
Yes. Whoa, Corbin spills over the top, down onto his feet.
Sophie says JBL does make sense for Baron's manager or mouthpiece. Kurt Angle said on his podcast AEW contacted him to work for them for a certain amount of time. Kurt turned him down. Chris says they should build up Corbin's stats. JBL should have said the last man to pin Roman Reigns. So he's like, Xavier also has a victory against Roman, but by DQ. That was like a year ago.
Yeah.
Sophie says, I could see JBL on the announced team every once in a while as a fill-in for someone. Chris says, I remember JBL commenting with Cole. He would be like, let me tell you something, Michael.
Yeah, he's great.
Sophie's like, I still don't understand why Roman is holding 2 world championships hostage. Because you guys wanted it to be that way.
Liv's going to be on it. Liv's going to be on Chucky.
Oh, jeez.
Season 2.
As a stand-in? As one of the dolls?
No, just as a human. Chucky gonna get her. That show, I think, has gone off the rails. I haven't watched it, but I saw some previews for it the other day. And there was like 6 of them on top of a bus. Like 6 dolls. I'm like,
Yeah.
like the doll mafia.
Ah, run away, run away.
Oh, there it is. Actually, they just showed it on here.
Dolls?
Yeah, they were on top of the truck.
Oh.
It's like a delivery truck with like 6 of them on it.
That's funny. And weird.
Old Chucky. What's wrong with the $400 cream?
When they say build height, that usually means that they've upped their stuff, right?
Yeah, it's just what they tell the audience. Like Andre was like 7'4" or something, but in real life he was probably like 6'9". No, he's taller than that. Probably like 7 foot or 6'11" or something. Because he really wasn't that much taller than everybody else. Like when you see him next to Wilt Chamberlain, Chamberlain's taller than he is, and Chamberlain was only like 7'2". They used to have Andre stand on a stool when they would interview him. Dude's 6'11", 7 foot.
But they wanted him to look taller?
Yes.
That's funny.
But like when him and Hogan fight, Hogan's not that much smaller than him. And, you know, Hogan's probably 6'4", Terry Bollea. But they had him booked at 6'6".
173 centimeters.
Yeah, whatever that is. I go by all my centimeters.
Well, it's his measurements on the actual Olympic information.
Oh.
So I don't know. 173 centimeters.
I don't have Baltimore hooked up in here right now.
It's fine.
But with Witter here, I could start working on these rooms. All right, we're back from commercial break. Corbin beating up Gargano.
He's only about 5'7"-ish. He's about 5'6". He's 5.675 inches
Right.
tall. So.
He's 5'7" with shoes on. 5'8".
Yeah. Hope it says that.
He is a gold medal wrestler, though, in real life.
Yes, yes. That's what I was looking up his Olympic stuff. I had to find his real name, which is Charles Betts. That's his real name, and so his nickname is Chaz, or Chas, Chas, however they say it. I would pronounce it Chaz, but it's probably Chas. Knowing weirdos. But anyway, Sophie's like, how's your Games of Thrones watching, or did you give up on it?
He gave up on it.
Not necessarily gave up on it, but there wasn't as much of a hurry to watch it as we thought.
So we stopped.
So we've had a lot of other things going on too. Sophie says with certain shows I start to binge, then out of nowhere I decide to give up watching it for whatever reason. Chris says, can we just get Shotzi Liv Scarlet Bliss in a scissoring match, Chris? Sophie says, Piccola, did you hear about the cartoon about Austin being in development for Peacock? Piccola says, I always thought the Hulkster was billed at 6'8".
I thought he was 6'6".
Piccola says, no, I haven't heard anything about it.
305, 315.
Sophie says, do you think we still see John Cena back on WWE TV again this year?
No, not this year.
Looked up Sammy Guevara and they claim he's 195 pounds. But how tall? Like, how tall is he? Because they're claiming that this dumb shit is 5'10" and 199 pounds. There's no fucking way he's 200 pounds. Not even close.
No.
Cool as a cucumber, old JBL.
He has complete faith in Baron Corbin. Holding on the offense.
Holding. Reference.
Repeat.
Blah, blah, blah.
First down.
Looks like they build his height at 6'7", 302 pounds.
We're both wrong. I always thought it was 6'6", so.
Yeah.
I don't think they up the women's weight, though. When they do women's, but I don't think they ever say their weight, so.
So Pico says they have Sammy Guevara at 5'10", and 195
Right,
pounds.
and he could be that tall, Sammy.
He could be 5'10". I don't know how tall Chris Jericho is. Sophie says
6'1",
Raw celebrating
maybe.
30 years in January. Who knows what legends will show up to celebrate it?
30 years. It's kind of a big deal. It's going to be a big celebration.
Sophie says SmackDown is almost at 25 years. That's hilarious.
That's it. That's not enough.
Picola. Google says Darby Allin is 5'8", 180. That's some BS.
Okay, come on.
Now they just really, really lying about that shit, ain't they?
He's 155 max. Maybe 150.
There's no way he's 5'8". That boy is probably only 5'6".
He doesn't have muscle.
He's only 5'6" and weighs like 130 pounds. Sophie's like, most of the legends that could show up for the 30-year anniversary of Raw work for AEW.
Come on, Corbin.
Ooh,
Pin this dude. I still have a feeling that Gargano's going to win this.
Right? He's going to pull it out of his shorts.
That would have been nice.
Mm-hmm. Totally. So nice. Air conditioning bill in the Spectrum Center.
Think about having so many people in a room that you have to have your air conditioning on in October.
We've almost had to do that.
Yeah, Saturday.
It was
And there's
so
4
hot
of
at our
us.
house. I was like, I'm gonna die.
This quarterback for the Chicago needs to go play somewhere else. Like, he needs to be in the USFL or something.
He's really bad at it.
I mean, terrible. Like, not just bad, but, like, terrible.
That's sad. Poor guy.
And maybe it's the offensive line. Maybe if he just stood there and threw passes.
Instead of trying
But
to
that's
play
not
the
how
game.
the NFL works. You know what
Not
I mean?
with those type of quarterbacks. They're like, oh no, don't stay in the pocket. We need you to run around because you can do so much better.
Hey, the Bills quarterback does it. He runs around a little bit,
Hey,
not a lot.
look, it's a new dating site for all the tastes and ages. Woo! Yeah,
Just your
girls!
money, boo-boo.
Woo!
Big titties.
Big titties. Motorboat! Yeah!
How disrespectful is this clown? Yeah, that's probably a $1,500 hat. Maybe $800, but
This is just fucking dumb.
yeah, it's just bad. Get him, JBL. Hit him with this. Into days. Count to
It better
100.
be end of
It is.
days.
It is. Fuck him.
That's fucking dumbass bullshit.
Woo! I thought for sure Johnny somehow was going to win that stupid
Right.
thing. 1354.
People's like, oh, I was washing my hands when you were mentioning the Andre stuff. Ooh, hand washing. Nice. People's like, I think in his bio it said he would drink 30 beers in one sitting, not even flinch. True.
Oh, yeah.
That's true. Sophie says CM Jerk finally showed his true colors, and now he might never show back up in any wrestling promotion. Good.
Yeah, it's a tough one. We'll find out how that all works out.
What happened now?
The same thing. You saw it all.
Oh, that's... I already knew he was garbage when he first showed up. I was like, oh, look. The implosion and garbage has shown up. Pico's like, oh, yeah, I'll taste that. Please. Totally, I'll taste Pico. All of them.
Bianca in the back.
Vindicator's like, so Travis probably is not happy this Corbin match has gone on this long. LOL, the serviceable spaghetti getting his fill tonight.
It's fine. Like, I don't mind the little guys wrestling the big guys as long as the big guy comes out on the top.
Pico says, chicken mango punk. I miss him already. Do ya?
Well,
You
because
just
it looks
wanna
like they're
fold 'em up
doing
and put 'em in
something
your
with
pocket?
Corbin. It looks like they're giving him a pretty good push.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know where he's going with it, but Triple H has some sort of plan with him.
Ew, she took out your friends? Did she take him to dinner? Did she give him treats? Did they have a good time? That's not the kind of taking out she's talking about, is
I don't know what kind of taken out. Kathy Kelly looks pretty good tonight, though.
I thought they were just going out and having a fun time. Oh, hey, look, our story's up next. Gosh darn, thanks, Raw.
Thanks, Raw.
Why couldn't we have another match? Oh, no, let's not do that. Oh!
Story time.
It's a good thing you threw that ball clear down there, buddy. That 11 guy almost caught it. Do not engage Logan Paul at all. Oh, no. People's like, spa day. That's what it was. Spa day. Treat yourself.
I
Treat
feel
yourself.
like if you're going to throw the ball that deep, you need to make it catchable.
Yeah, you sure do. Rob is like, Defo had a fun time. Fun time. Please, not Esther's story. No, it's not Esther's story. It's the other.
Brock.
It's Brock and Bobby's story.
Brock and Bob.
You know that cheese that they're showing you is really glue? Just saying.
Is a dipping sauce ketchup.
I don't know what it is. Oh my
Probably
god, I
slushy.
think that guy's broken. He's like, oh my god, I think something's wrong with me. They're like, we need a timeout. But we don't want to use our timeout. Can you pretend to fake an injury real quick? Thank you. Thank you very much, sir. We appreciate your help with this.
Oh,
Very
like
nice.
half.
Oh no! I hurt myself! People laughing. Dee slurring her words like she Jeff Hardy. I know, right? And Robbie's like, no, please, Nash the story. No. It's not her, dude. You're fine. Go back to sleep. It's all good. Neighborhoods of hoods. Dun, 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 dun. That guy is the captain of their team, and he sucks butthole.
Captain, because he's got a C on his helmet.
He has a C on his chest right
It
here.
was a joke. The C. They all have a C
on
on
his helmet.
They all have a C
They all
on
have
their
C's on their helmets. Travis, that's not funny. That's not
Hilarious.
funny. Hey, it's Luke. Hey, Luke. How's it going, my friend? How's everybody doing at home? Animals? Jade taking her rest like a good girl. Making babies. Making baby parts. She's got a busy life going on. She's making hands, fingers, noses, arms. What the fuck did you do today? But Luke is in the chat and says hi. Hi to Lathan and Trav. And hello to you too from Jade. Hello, Governor. Do, 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 do. Yeah, Stevie, get it together with the beefy crunch gross thing that looks weird, and I hate that whatever company took them over makes them do stupid weird sandwiches now.
Payday?
No, Jimmy John's. They make them do weird sandwiches. Anyways, because like I'm flipping through the channels and VH1 had these celeb fools doing yoga on a horse. What the fuck? Oh my god, that one guy in here, Volterra, was telling us how he's watching the VH1 thing, and it has Lana on it. Dude, Lana's on there. You should watch it. Tell us what happened. Lana. Robbie's like, no one says hello, governors. Whatever, Robbie. You all do it.
I've seen it. Hello, governor.
Hello, governor. And you say it just like that, too.
You sound like you're from London.
Pickle's like, Luke, nice to see you hanging out for a minute. Looks like I redid all the insulation in the house, barn and coop. I also made 5 days worth of meal prep for Jade, ran a mile and hung with animals all, but I did nothing today. I'm here till the end.
Lazy.
Of the show. Yeah, lazy. You didn't do anything today.
Lazy. Oh, Johnny, fucking again.
I'm so sick of this person. I want to throw up.
How is he on every fucking segment? More Johnny wrestling. He got her a card. He's trying to like suck up to it, like, because he knows the secret.
He knows the secret.
He tried to tell truth. Truth even came out there, and he wouldn't tell truth.
He wouldn't tell the truth, the truth, the truth, the truth, truth. Oh, it looks like I'm here to the end, and Robbie's like,
You're
oh,
rich.
you're a
Put some
cop.
money into it. He's like, you didn't even sign it. You're rich. Put some money into it. That was actually pretty funny.
That was pretty funny. That was so hilarious.
Hilarious.
Pickle's like, she's double fisting something, maybe frozen margaritas. Who's double fisting? What? What's going on? What did I miss?
Sounds sexual.
Oh, Lana. That's what I missed. That's who you're yakking about. I forgot. My bad. Sorry.
Crown Jewel coming up. What, 2 weeks?
2 weeks. Robbie says, do your guy John. Nah, man. All yours, my friend. Pickle's like, Mizzy doesn't know. Yeah. Mizzy doesn't know Mizzy. Mizzy doesn't know. Mizzy. They should play his song as Who's Got Big Balls? Got the biggest balls of all! He's so impressive. Here's their story of impressiveness. Robbie's like, I got a hernia from laughing. Gross, dude. You should probably have that checked out.
Get a hemia. Hernias are for
Hello,
girls.
Governor. La la la. I heard that thing about that Southern drawl thing that you were talking about. They were saying if you take the Southern drawl and you just, if you speed it up, it's an English accent.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not like the weird Southern drawl. It's like the...
Like a Texas one?
No. It's the slow one.
Mm-hmm.
Like Georgia slow drawl.
Right, Alabama.
Yeah, like that kind of area.
They let me mow that yard for free.
That's too fast.
Well, it's because I'm saying it, but when Forrest Gump says it,
Life is like a box of chocolates.
you're saying each word
Mama
too fast.
said. Luke said. Also, this news could pertain to you two. Oh no. It's pertaining to us.
We're banned.
Since I'm converting 2 rooms into one big-ass nursery, I'm also going to start converting the detached garage into a full guest house. So now there can be no excuses for you two not to visit next year.
Yeah.
Except you're going to have new babies. Ugh. I'm really happy for you guys, but babies... Ugh.
I like babies.
Pickle's like, I was around all the best Alabama accents last weekend. Haha! All the best. Looks like the guest house will have its own power and heating, cooling, and internet. So if you're going to have a guest house
Interweb.
and stuff, does that mean you're like going to have like people like staying there and like paying money and like leaving and stuff? Like an Airbnb type of thing? Don't you have family there with you too? Don't you have like sisters and other family? Like here, we need to stretch out your whatchamacallit, your hip flex area.
Right.
And by the way, he's like a little kid. Here's your entertainment. Oh. I'm sure he's watching his plays, but that's just too funny. Robbie's like, I like my yard too much. LOL. Ew, gross, dude. What are you doing out there with it?
Petting grass.
I think he's doing more than petting it. He likes his yard too much. You're nasty. Anyways, looks like you'll be in the guest house. You don't have to be around the babies if you don't want to. I mean, I'll be around them, but... I will not be that person that goes, oh my God, can I hold your baby? I'll be like, oh yeah, it's really adorable. Get it away from me. It's so cute.
Did you see its face?
It doesn't matter whose baby it is either. Like, they're so ugly. Why are they so ugly? They were cute until they're about 9 months. And then I'm like, oh, now they're cute. Okay, I get it. But when they're first born, ugh. I've seen some newborn babies. Travis's niece, Ayla, our 2 kids. Seen them. They were definitely not pretty children.
She wasn't in here tonight, was she?
No.
It's Jordan's birthday.
Yes. That is why she's not here. Happy birthday to Jordan. Happy birthday, Jordan!
Did you text him? I texted him.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday.
What's
to
funny
you.
is
Happy
I knew it was
birthday,
his birthday because I have
dear
it on
Jordan.
the calendar.
Happy birthday to you.
But I sent it to you before I sent it to him. It's like, it's Jordan's birthday. Happy birthday, Jordan.
Happy birthday to you.
Bailey and the Riff Raff coming down to the ring. This is going to be your main event, arguably. There's 30 minutes left. I don't know.
Let's see. Robbie's like, is Bobby stronger than Brock? I don't know. I think
They're
probably
probably different types of strong.
Yeah.
I think Bobby's probably stronger in the gym. If you put him in the
Right.
gym and you did squats and your power lifts and stuff, he would probably be stronger than Brock.
Ah.
But manhandling things on a ranch, like picking up hay bales and throwing things and bailing, and I think Brock's probably going to be more
Wrestling
efficient.
steers and stuff.
Yeah, Brock's got longer arms and he's more athletic than Bobby. And then Bobby is just a big muscle builder, bodybuilder type. So he's going to be strong in a gym under controlled lifts.
Picola says, so Bill Burr is talking football with the Mannings. He don't know football, does he?
No. But Braun Strowman's stronger than both of them. I'm pretty sure he's probably the strongest man in all of professional wrestling. Is there somebody I'm not thinking of?
For what?
Strongest man in professional wrestling?
Oh, like right now?
Yeah, not
Braun
ever.
Strowman?
That's what I thought, too.
A Moss, maybe?
No.
He might be kind of strong. I don't know.
I don't think he's stronger than
Mark
Bobby.
Henry's strong.
Yeah, he's done.
Depends on how you look at it. Cesaro, he's kind of strong.
Yeah, but he's not as strong as Braun.
Brian Cage.
He's probably as strong as Bobby and Brock, right in that range. He might be a little stronger in certain, like bicep curls or something.
Okay.
But I don't see him squatting more than Bobby.
No.
Big E.
Oh, yeah.
If he's
If he
healthy.
was healthy, yeah, definitely.
Big E probably benches more than all of them except for Braun.
Let's see. Luke says there is one sister here now with her own room, and we thought about making guest house something like Airbnb, but you two are first on the list. Well, Luke, I thank you very much. And when we do finally be able to make a trip to Ireland, definitely will be on the list to come visit you guys for sure. Whether or not you have a place for us or not.
Yeah.
Film says, oh man, guys, what time is it? Boobies.
Bailey and the Riff Raff.
Boobies! I mean, ladies. Pickle's like, I bet you know who does, right? Yeah, I do. Film's like, what time is it? And Pickle's like, Bo knows football. Bo knows baseball. What Bo are we talking about?
Bo Dallas? I don't know.
Bo
Bo Jackson?
knows football.
Yeah, Bo Jackson.
Bo Jackson.
Bo knows.
Robbie says, LOL, that's awful. Lucas hooking you up with a trip holiday of a lifetime and you're laughing. Dude. We get to laugh about things, Robbie, just because you're a stick. Film's like, what time
We're coming
is it,
to your
guys?
house,
It's my
too.
favorite, you guys. What's that?
I said we're coming to your house, too.
Oh, yeah, we're going to come see Robbie, too. We'll be like, dude, take us out to the pub. Play some music. Talk like you're from London. Chris is like, guy is looking so hot. Looks like Jade and I pretty much decided this is our forever house. And since we get enough social contact from neighbors and we can get groceries delivered, we will just make this our own little compound. I am not drinking the Kool-Aid, sir. Just so you know. Okay? Not drinking any kind of Kool-Aid. Robbie's like Bailey with the elbow off the top turnbuckle. And looks like everyone can come to a screw going out, LOL. Piccola says that's a definite difference. You know the world's greatest strongmen got guts and aren't about cardio. True that. Chris says Cesaro, LOL, Wardlow. Robbie's like, but is he condom strong? Only Robbie would know that. Hi, buddy. Did you come back? Did you get a drink?
Is somebody named Joe Namath famous? Besides Joe Willie Namath, the football player?
Not that I know
She
of.
keeps texting me this, and I'm like, I don't understand what you're even saying. So Joe is Willie Namath.
Okay.
If that's who she's talking about.
Well, she's talking about Joe Namath. Joe Namath is Joe Namath. There's no other Joe Namath that I know of that's popular or anybody would know who that is. Let's see. Luke's like, why is it I didn't believe you when you said you'd come visit us? Rolling on the floor laughing. I have absolutely no idea why. Because I said it in a more serious voice instead of my all, other voice, I guess. Hey, cat, stop. People's like, Bo Jackson films like a lot of Bailey's armpits. And Robbie's like, just don't show words you don't want to put film in a cup, right? Gross. And Film's like, yay, it's armpit time.
What you doing, buddy?
And Robbie says, not armpits, Film. Film's like, Robbie, she can show him, yay.
All right,
So
Bailey.
exciting for me.
Oh, I didn't start.
Looks as if when you guys do visit Travis helping me cut firewood, that's the one chore I hate. I can help you cut firewood too.
It's a fun one to do.
I like actually chop. It's been a long time since I've chopped firewood, but I have chopped firewood before many times. You just let the axe do the work.
Yeah, well, you have to have a splitting axe, but yeah. Some people just have a splitting head, and then they use a sledgehammer.
Yeah, if you need to.
And I'm like,
I just usually just pick it up and then let it go back down, and it pops it all the way through the wood. But like I said, it's been a while. You just have to be careful. Don't whack your leg off with it. Don't smack
Don't
yourself.
whack off.
Do not take the axe and chop it into your leg. Don't do that.
Don't ever whack off.
Don't do the whack off. Bailey and Bianca Bum is in the ring right now, you guys. Robbie's like, this match is holding up. Well, I bet it is. Looks like I like chopping it, but it takes a toll on my body with all my issues. I hate the after chopping pain.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah, I bet.
We are talking about splitting. We're talking about splitting wood, right? Not chopping like trees.
Yeah, just wood
into
splitting.
logs. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't like to chop
down
wood.
trees.
Right? Like that's a pain in the ass.
Yeah, I'm not going to chop down trees for you. I mean, could, but no. But
Yeah,
I will chop actual wood pieces for like wood fires and stuff.
Buy you a chainsaw.
Rob is like, why would anyone do that, Dee? Why would anyone do what? Robbie, what are you talking about?
Drive an axe into them, so whack them off.
I don't know. I think you were doing it earlier when Dom came on. So you tell me, Robbie, why would anybody do that? But Pickle is like, here's an odd debate in the U.S. only. What do you think there is more of?
What is it?
Do we get
options,
or we just have to guess?
What is there more of?
Here's an odd debate. In the U.S. only, what do you think there is more of? Than any other country? Than, football fields, baseball fields, or basketball courts?
Basketball courts. Basketball courts. Every school has a basketball court.
Even a lot of parks have basketball courts.
Even the grade schools.
Even in some suburban type areas have basketball courts.
Yep.
And in inner cities, they have basketball courts.
Yeah, well, all cities have them.
I know, but some of the inner cities have just like some of their random whatchamacallit.
Playgrounds?
Not playgrounds, just a lot. Just a
That's what I mean.
lot has a basketball court in it. Bryce says, okay, guys, it's time for me to go. I'll see you guys on Wednesday. Bye. Peace out. Bye, Bryce. Thanks for hanging out with us tonight. We'll see you on Wednesday.
Bye-bye.
Bobby says, oh, yeah, I just love to pull my plank when Dom was on. I knew it, dude. Knew it. Looks like making firewood. We have a neighbor that does actual tree cutting. I'll just feed him in exchange for removing trees. That's a good way to do it.
Into squares.
Let's see. Pico's like, so everywhere, suburban or rural, anywhere. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like there's a lot of basketball courts.
Definitely.
Baseball is on the least. There's only a few of those.
Pico is saying he thinks that the baseball fields would be the next highest. You know, and I don't know, right? Because here's the thing, right? Football fields and baseball fields in a lot of schools are the same thing. They use kind of the same area for it. And same with professional, right? So in professional places like this, in some areas, they use the same dome for the same.
I don't think there's any teams that do that anymore. Maybe areas. Oakland still, but I don't even know because Oakland doesn't have a team anymore, so no.
So now they have separate ones, but they used to, right? So
Oakland Alameda Coliseum.
Here is the big question, right? How many empty stadiums are there in the United States now?
Like ones that they don't use anymore?
Yeah, they haven't taken down. They don't use or anything like that.
No idea. But yeah, there's probably more baseball fields than football fields. But in like an academic level, there's more football fields than baseball fields.
Right.
but total. Like you're gonna have a city park and it's gonna have a baseball field. It'll be more of a softball field, but we get it's the same
thing. Yeah, it's for something like that.
Yeah, it's for bats and balls.
Type thing.
Cricket, whatever.
Let's see.
And swimming pools are last.
Robbie says, I would rather a soccer pitch because baseball fields would be next highest. And Pico also says, but maybe I'm wrong.
You're probably right there.
Robbie says, do you get many wild animals where you live? Yes. We had a deer that had zombie disease. We had a skunk.
Had falcons.
We've had meth people. Those are wild animals. Lots of those.
Yeah. And we had 2 falcons.
Yeah, we have peregrine falcons that took a bird out and it landed outside of our house. Let's see. What else would you consider wild animals? Oh, we have had in our city, we have had moose. Yep. We've had elk. What else have we had? We have coyotes. We've seen mountain lions have come through our city. Coyotes, foxes, raccoons.
The Dutch.
The Dutch. Oh, those are scary, fucking scary. Anyways, let's see. People's like, haha! And so I was like, do you think SummerSlam in July will be a yearly thing now, or was this year a one-time thing?
I think it was just a one-time thing because of when it landed.
People's like, what was the question? Oh, wild animals. Luke says, my question is, are there more basketball courts or tennis courts? Because when I lived there, I saw a ton of both, and a lot of country clubs and parks had only one BB court, but multiple tennis courts.
Right. Yeah, I think it would depend, because like when you get more rural, like, you know, you're out in like Aberdeen, Washington or something, there are probably not going to be too many tennis courts.
Yeah, no.
In your bigger cities, you might be 50-50 or a little bit more tennis, but once you get into the rural America, you're not going to get tennis court.
Yeah. When you start getting in farming communities and, yeah, like Travis says, rural type areas, you're definitely not going to see a lot of that. Rob was like, any hedgehogs? Robbie, we actually do not have hedgehogs as a native species to the United States that I know of. I'm pretty sure we don't.
Just Sonic.
He doesn't count.
Bailey rolls Esther back into the ring, too, and Esther kicks out.
Yeah, so they're not native to us. We don't have possums here, Sophie, in our area. It's too cold.
We have badgers.
We do have badgers.
Wolverines.
We have wolverines. Badgers are way scarier than wolverines, though, just so you know.
I don't know. A Wolverine will take on a grizzly bear. So.
They will, as long as food's involved. It's different. But if it's people, they're not. Badgers, on the other hand, they will fuck your shit up because they do not care. They're like honey badgers. If you've ever seen African honey badgers, that's kind of like what our badgers are like. On a little bit of a different scale, but almost the same. They're creepy and scary.
Bailey reminds me of a stripper I went to when I was 18.
The hair, or
that's
just what she was doing in the
No,
corner?
it's just the hair. It was somebody's birthday. I don't remember whose it was.
Phil wants her to use her armpits and her beautifulness to get everybody. I need you to not play in the garbage, okay? No garbage. No garbage for you.
I was at Treon's house and the stripper showed up.
That's always fun.
It was weird. Like, you could touch her, like she was cool with it.
Mm-hmm.
And then, like, I would say, like, less than a month later, I went to another stripper thing with some other friends.
Mm-hmm.
And the stripper, like, sat on my lap, and so I just kind of touched her, like, side.
Mm-hmm.
And then I got talked to by the security guard or whatever. I'm like, oh, do they have different rules for different girls? I didn't know. Sorry. No hands. That's the only 2 strippers I've ever been to, like at private people's
Private
houses.
events and stuff.
Private people's houses. No, never mind. We had one for San. Me and Colby bought one for San for his birthday, and then we didn't invite anybody, so it's like 4 of us. It was fucking creepy.
You're like,
We did invite people later though. Like she ended up staying forever.
That's
She
funny.
stayed like the whole night, and then so we did end up having more and more people show up.
that's pretty funny, actually. Boop. Gotcha.
We had enough money on her, so she was taken care of anyway. So
Right.
that's pretty funny.
Okay.
I forgot about
Your
the private stripper.
private stripper. So it was like so far the only months that don't have a WWE pay-per-view for next year is March and May. So the Saudi Arabia show could fit in one of those months if they want to explore that.
So you have all these written down, like dates and stuff? Is this all released on the web? I need to write these down.
Or is this just shit you're making up?
Or are you assuming they have them all? And the reason I'm asking that is because I really do like to have everything I have a countdown calendar that tells me how many days till every event.
Right. Sophie's eating possums, and Sophie I always thought badgers and possums were the same thing. Sure you did. Pickles, like there was some joke I could recall about the more larger the ball, the poorer people can play them. Film says use your powerful armpits, Bailey, and Pickle says, and within reason, if you play golf or tennis, you tend to be the richer folks.
You know, it's almost true what you're saying, but I still think baseball's the most expensive sport.
It is for buying equipment
Traveling.
and traveling.
The teams that have to travel, they pay thousands. Like you're looking at $3,000 to $5,000 per season.
No, that's true.
Traveling and equipment.
Films like Bailey, the sexy armpit Karen, and Robbie says Bailey, hello, Travis was a good experience, the stripper. And Pickle is laughing and says, I don't believe you, Travis. You need photographic proof. Polaroids would be preferable.
Oh, right?
Dude, that was back in the day when there weren't such things.
Yeah,
as
I don't know how they would
photographic
do
proof.
it now. I can tell you right now, I had to lay on the ground and roll a dollar bill up in my mouth, and she pulled it out of my mouth with her vagina.
Gross. Didn't want to hear it.
And the worst part about it is I'm pretty sure something lippy touched my lip.
Get out of there.
And you would have to know how big of a freak I was in high school when it came to sex stuff.
Right?
Like, literally almost had a panic attack for like a month. Because I thought I had some sexually transmitted disease on my face.
Get out.
Anyways, Bailey taking it right to Esther.
Stop it. What?
Did you get it taken care of?
Just doing stupid crap? Yeah.
So,
Since I don't
Bianca
have a
has been
sport
wearing
model anymore.
shorts lately.
Yeah, she hasn't been wearing pants. Which is weird.
Well, she makes her own clothes, so I wonder if what happened besides Triple H taking over. Triple H say, hey, start showing off body parts.
Go away. I will go get the squirt bottle, and you will not be friends anymore. Can you just calm down for 10 more minutes? You
Got a little
freaky
bit of
cat.
football going on over on the side. It's 14-33. How are the Bears scoring?
I don't know what happened. Maybe they took out that one player and got a different one.
I'm pretty sure it's the same quarterback. Patriots are just really bad, and I don't understand that under Bill Belichick.
Mm-hmm. Maybe.
What do you mean, maybe?
I don't know.
What's that have to do with what I said? I said
that-
they're bad under Bill Belichick. I don't understand that. And you said maybe.
As in, they're bad under him?
Yeah, which makes no sense.
Right. I said maybe. I don't know if it's him, though.
Well, he's their head coach.
Yeah,
And I'm
but you
pretty
have
sure
to
he's
have the
their
talent
GM.
to work with as well. And
Right,
if you
but
don't have the talent,
But
then
he's
what?
the GM also.
Well, Zappy is doing a great job. Maybe they're just having an off night. I don't know. Anyway, nights. Oh, probably says Bailey. Oh, people say. Sophie's like, this weekend is Halloween weekend for the kids.
Yeah, it is.
Still trick or treat. Robbie says, did you shoot your load? Just touching the side. Oh, gross, dude. Robbie, what the fuck is your problem?
No.
Why are you so gross? Sophie's like, what the heck is Polaroid? And Vindicator says, well, guys, since I've seen everything Bailey and Bianca have to offer against each other, I'm going to call it a night and see you again on Dynamite night.
I'm pretty sure everybody knows what a Polaroid is since they're famous again, aren't they? Aren't they popular again?
Yes. That's why I'm not answering the stupidity. Hopefully no McDanielson matches. Bye, Ben. Thanks for hanging out with us today.
We'll
see
probably
you on
get one.
Wednesday. Films wishing Bailey was a stripper. Great. And Pico says, oh, Sophie knew I did. Exactly. Like, Pico's like, pull your camera where the photo, you have to wait 30 to 45 seconds for you to fall. So it's like, no, the Rumble on January. No, the Rumble is January 28th, 2023. February 18th, 2023, Elimination Chamber. And April 2nd and 3rd for Mania.
Yeah, I knew
It's a
those.
pay-per-view schedule so far.
Right, okay.
Bobby says, great party tricks. Sophie says, Polaroids were a thing of the 80s and 90s. Piccolo says, this is why I returned to the chat. Right? Yeah. Sophie's like, I miss you in the chat, Piccolo. Feels like for the lessons of life we share. Sophie says, SmackDown is going to take place in the same arena the night before Elimination Chamber. They announced that today as well.
That's kind of cool.
Piccolo says, I know I can be ornery, but thanks, it's nice to be missed. I miss you when you're not around. I even said it on Friday. I said we won't see Piccolo because he's hanging out with his friends. You can go back and watch. Film says, I love this women's match. So far it's great. And Sophie says, but if I wasn't here, you guys wouldn't notice.
We notice.
We noticed, Sophie. Rob is like, you should advertise you do baseball watch-alongs too, might get more viewers. People's like, oh, whatever, Sophie. And Robbie's like, haha, DLOL. And Robbie's like, sorry, Sophie, you still in here? Looks like Sophie, with as much as you type, it would be easy to know if you weren't here.
Right.
Right.
Sometimes you're not here and there's nobody else here and it's like dead.
Robbie's like, learn life lessons with D.
Bailey, KOD.
You bite me? Thank you.
Get her, Bailey. Nope, Bianca landed our feet. Oh, there's that belly to Bailey. Haha, Bailey kicked out. Are you distracted?
No. Stopping your cat from chewing on the bag over here. Because he's a jerk.
Yeah. Bianca
Sophie
hit her
says
with
the
her
only
own
time when I'm
move.
not in here would be if I'm not alone watching wrestling or Wednesdays. Sophie also says this when Charlotte comes back.
It would be cool, but I don't see her coming back this minute.
Yeah, Robbie says Bailey needs a new finisher. Yeah.
She's using a different finisher. She's using one that I can't name. I don't even remember what it's called.
Stay out of stuff. There's only a few minutes left. Stay out of stuff. Stop it.
Oh, Bailey thrown into the steps. All right, Esther throws her into the ring. Is this a title match?
It just says Bianca versus Bailey up in the
Yeah,
top
I see that
corner.
too.
But sometimes they change it, so I don't know. Oh, hi. Did you decide that you should jump up there instead? Don't
Rights and
terrorize
lefts.
the dogs. Bianca's just getting frustrated.
Oh, Bianca stops it, picks her up, spine buster.
People says, does Bailey do submission moves?
Not that I'm aware of.
I haven't seen her do very many.
She should, though. She should add like a sleeper hold or something.
Sophie says, whenever D isn't here, that's when I don't come in the chat that much. And Luke says, Bailey is using the rose plant, I believe.
Yeah.
Sophie says, is your daughter doing all right?
Yeah.
She's doing pretty good.
Her mom's trying to get her married off or something.
What the fuck?
It's so weird. She was talking to me about that stuff the other day. There it is, off the top. That might just do it. Nope, Bianca somehow got out.
Yeah, that's messed up on another scale of fucked up. Sophie says, too bad the United Kingdom doesn't get the Royal Rumble pay-per-view. And Film says, give her the pit stop, Bayley. Use your finish move. Get her. Get her so good. That's what else. Terrorize.
The crowd, Bayley. Bayley. She's supposed to be the bad guy.
You guys can't root for her. She's the bad one.
Well, everybody's done with Esther.
Right? Robbie's like, Sophie, we get it all. Sophie's like, any plans for Thanksgiving yet? Like, as in, like,
No,
food or
I don't know what we'll do.
Or, I don't know what's happening. Film's like, let's go, Bayley. And Pickle's like, I'm sorry for looking down Dakota's shirt and finding Skeletor. Sheesh.
Right?
What? You looked at her and found Skeletor?
Oh, no, she didn't go through it. She went onto it. I don't know what she's doing now. Oh, driving her into the ring post.
Jesus.
Now back to the table. This time through it.
Guys.
Nope.
Oh, God.
Drove her right down into the side.
Luna's like,
Double
"Good night,
count out?
everyone."
Maybe a double
People's,
count
like,
out?
Eating and cutting up. Yeah, that's what we're doing. Who are we cutting up, Picola? Are they going in the dumpster?
Watch some foosball. The riffraff attacking Esther.
Sophie says, with my family, with holidays, we like to plan it like a month before it happens. I always like, is you have a Fire Stick or Android box of dreams, you can watch everything you want.
I have one of those, but I do not use it for that.
Gothlucia says, I need to raise the sun tomorrow.
Holy
right,
shit, the
Gothlucia,
referee
thanks
just
for
got
hanging
taken out.
Hanging
Who is
out
that?
with us.
Is that Nikki ASH? It looked like Nikki ASH.
Rose Plant.
That's it, but there's no referee.
I don't know, but nobody has said who it is yet.
It looked like Nikki.
Whoever came flying off the top of the ring post. Oh, yep, it's Nikki ASH. Or just Nikki. It's Nikki Cross. She's not almost a superhero anymore. She got rid of her little weird gimmick.
Bayley might get it here. Not a championship, but here comes a referee, thank goodness. Bayley with the win. Not a championship match, though, so don't get your hopes up. That match lasted almost 23 freaking minutes.
Wow.
What
23.
in the hell just happened? You're right.
I was like, oh no, what's going on now? Robbie's like, don't cut me up. Film's like, who was that? It was Nikki.
Now
Cross.
Nikki's attacking her. She attacked
she's just attacking
Esther, and now
everybody.
she's attacking
Bayley?
Bayley.
Why? Is she
She already
mad
got
at
the
her?
riffraff.
Is she mad at her for something?
They're trying to make Nikki cool.
She can't get her jacket off. She's like, I can't get my jacket off.
Her hands are swollen. But this is the Nikki that everybody's going to be excited for because it's the one that was in NXT.
Oh, is it?
So you're going to hear it here pretty soon. See?
Oh, nice.
Nikki's going to be a problem for everybody.
Robbie says, don't cut me up. LOL. Film's like, who was that? Robbie's like, yes,
Nikki,
he needs a good
ASH.
kicking. People's like cutting up his slang for goofing off. I know, people. I was just kidding around. Sorry. Heidi the Highlander is like, who? It's Nikki. It's Nikki Cross, everybody. Sophie says, what's the difference between a fire stick and the thing that looks like it's called? Think of the name. And Film says, yo, it's Nikki Cross. Oh, and Sophie says, Nikki Cross is back finally. Pickle says, well, how about that? Film's like, yes, Misty, Nikki Cross is back. And Pickle's like, oh, she's gone rogue. Poor Nikki.
Everybody
Scar
better
like,
be.
Psychopath Nikki is back. Film's like, Nikki Cross looks amazing. Robbie's like 23 minutes of chaos, and it looks like she's returning to the Sanity Nikki.
Yep.
Heidi says,
Does that mean the rest of Sanity's coming?
Oh, goody. Sophie says Nikki Cross, she is back as that crazy character when she first came to the main roster. Film's like, Nikki Cross, oh yeah. And Heidi's like, And Robbie says Nikki going in ham. Heidi says, well, I'm going to sleep now. All right, so am I. All right, everybody, thanks for joining us tonight on this wonderful Monday for some WWE Monday Night Raw. Saw lots of weird stuff happen tonight. And they brought back Nikki Cross to beat up somebody, so that happened. And it just happened. Somebody's like, I thought Nikki joined Damage Control. Luke's like, Eric Young is still under contract with Impact. Night all, Luke says. Good night, Luke. Boom's like, good night, everyone. And Robbie's like, peace out, yo. And yes, thank you again, everybody, for hanging out with us tonight. Really appreciate each and every one of you. Take care. Be good to yourselves. And positive affirmations for their film. Okay? All right. See you guys on Wednesday for AEW Dynamite.
Thanks for watching Wrestling Gab. Bye-bye.